Welcome all back.
Keen to kill some ogres.
Some ogres, you
Yes.
say? Yes.
Yes. Unless they're super
them dead.
friendly.
You sound really excited about that.
All comes
right
down
now.
to that first impression.
Yeah.
I like your spirit.
I mean, maybe not kill. but
Angry
at least
ogres
get
with the heart
some
of gold.
fisticuffs.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe they'll turn around and be like, "Hey man, come have a beer with us."
I don't think I've actually fought an ogre in D&D before. Like, it always seems to be trolls and orcs.
Rolls
Should
and
we get-
orcs.
Hmm.
Right. Okay.
Alrighty.
So I don't need Zoom. Don't need Discord anymore. So I'm going to close Discord. So if you want to message me, don't use Discord because I won't be listening to it.
All right. Better put the chat up then.
Yep. Get your ye old Zoom chat open.
Keep that up.
I'll make it. Put a window.
I
up for
forgot my
myself.
rookie move. Forgot my D&D Beyond.
Oh no, that is
Come
that's
on,
a bit of a
mate.
rookie move, isn't it? Terrible.
Come on,
What were you
mate.
thinking, mate? What were you thinking?
Had all this time too.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep. Okay,
Right.
so okay, what was that? Cool. Right. So I've been looking at your sheet, your group sheet.
Yeah, where's the link for that?
It's good
It's
fun.
Fucking awesome, you
I
guys.
enjoy
It's great.
I enjoy the celebrity lookalikes.
Right.
Yeah, funny. They're my favorite part too.
They're good. They're good stuff.
Yeah, right. It's fantastic just reading what you guys think of the NPCs and whether or not I'm sort of looking at this going, oh, okay, so that came across the way I was intending, and then like, what the hell? So yeah, that's pretty cool. Overall, I reckon it's generally coming off, which is good. Getting my points across, yay. Give myself a pat on the back. Good deal.
Okay, well, it's nice to know that we're somewhat on the right track.
Yeah, exactly. And similarly over here on my side of the screen, as it were. Okay, so you're in Belkinard still. Whereabouts did you staff? Of course, I remember. Now you're sleeping at the Lord Belkinard's castle.
Oh,
right.
we have to go back to that tavern. They promised me a free drink, remember?
Lofty heights we are. Yeah.
That's right.
I think it's too late for that.
Come back the next day. I think that's fine.
It's not that
Like, if
great, man. Oh wait, which tavern are we talking? Are we talking about the Horse Piss Tavern? Or?
No, the nice
So-
one.
My first question for everyone is: are you all staying? You have an option. You don't have to, but are you all staying together in the same room or rooms, or how is it arranged? You
Right.
can
I'll take my own room.
I do we have to be staying in the castle, all of us?
You don't have to be staying in the castle if you don't want to, but you're certainly invited to. And there are very comfortable looking rooms and service and food and ale flows
I understand that.
freely.
Hank is a bit of, he's an urchin though. He's used to living on the streets.
It's cold outside.
I do know that, but I'm thinking maybe it might be better if Hank stays somewhere else in case his contact wants to contact him.
It's contact.
Who was your contact again?
Yeah, the one that I met in the tavern.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
hang
the
on,
old
what's his
guy.
face?
Mm,
Yeah, the old
fella.
guy. Wait, I got his name. Herman Baumgartner.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah.
Herman Baumgartner. He's looking into the dodgy fellow for us. The Blackgaurd. Actually, you know
Are
what?
we discussing this? Because like if we were
Yes, well,
discussing this together,
I would say we're
like our
discussing
characters,
this.
I would
So
say
you're in the
it's-
room discussing this.
We're
now.
we're in the room discussing.
This is before you go to sleep.
Sure. I would say we should stay in the castle because we're less likely to be assassinated by Blackgaurd guys.
There's merit in
fair
that.
point.
However, again, I do not have a bounty on my head.
Oh yeah. We should fix that. You're one of us. You're an accomplice.
You're definitely
I-
aiding
no,
and
I
abetting.
Mhm.
I
Outlaws.
am a little disappointed that I don't have a bounty on my head, but I understand why. And it's not disappointed. It's not a disappointment born of any sort of notoriety I'd like, but I would like to fit in.
Mhm.
Are you at all worried that Ballaran has a bounty on his head now?
Oh yeah, we've still
I
got his
mean-
piece of paper.
I wouldn't say I'm worried. I'm pretty confident in Ballaran's abilities. He is a portly old fella, but he's an emissary as well.
How loyal is Hank to? How loyal are you to Ballaran?
Oh, definitely am. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely am loyal
Alright.
to Ballaran. The guy took me in. He
Mhm.
taught me some magic, gave me some skills. Yeah. definitely loyal to Balaran. But I mean, I wouldn't say that I like him as such.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
where
I
does
Respect
that where does it fall on blaming him for the whole ordeal and getting our bounties lifted by capturing him and handing him
I
over to the
would not
Blackguards?
be happy with that at
Okay. Well, all right then.
all. Yeah, you better write that down, Gibble.
Don't do that. You got it. All right. I'll take a note.
Yeah. In fact, I'd go.
Mhm.
Let's say
We'll
you said
clear
that out
his
of game,
name.
because
We'll
if
clear
you
his
if you
name.
put that in game, I would probably tell him about it. So
I'm nuts.
you just watch what you say about old Balaran there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my point of
Okay.
view, Hank, is one urchin to another. I think we should live it up while we can. You don't get many opportunities like this.
All right.
Probably
Okay.
hot water.
Yeah, noted.
Oh.
Noted. Oh, now you got me there.
Mm.
You got me
And-
on the hot water. That's true.
And speaking of
Yeah, I
hot
can
water,
bathe.
they do have a they bring you a bath. They literally bring it in, and they bring up hot water and towels and put it in one of the spare rooms nearby where you guys are, so you can take turns. Of course, they don't realize that that you need to change the water every time. It's the same hot water for everyone.
Shotgun.
Gross.
Shotgun.
Shotgun.
The shotgun means 7, man.
Does it? Oh no, does it? I mean, seconds. At least it's still high up there. I can deal with one.
It means passenger seat. Like,
Yeah, it's passenger seat, man.
I'll sit next to the bathtub.
It's a big bath with a passenger seat.
You're a
You sit at
ranger,
the
man.
other
you know.
end.
I'm a ranger, but I'm gonna live it up tonight in the castle. I'm indulging myself.
Josiah's taking this opportunity. He's living it up too.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, when's the last time we bathed?
Probably never.
Oh, it's been a
not
while.
since- Not since Veingate, I'd reckon.
Yeah,
My
you're
character's not
probably right
actually
there.
tan.
Evangate.
All right, yeah, let's all have a wash together at once. I mean, we're all dudes, right? Like,
That's a bonding activity.
Barber-
That's a
Tricky
bonding
Barber's a
activity.
woman.
no, Tricky Bob's a dude,
It's
right?
it's a dwarf woman. No, that was
Yeah,
that
it's
was
a dwarf woman.
Nobody
was-
was ever quite sure.
Oh, I'm really
that was the
confused. I
aloof
thought we were all
elf from
dudes.
before. That
No, I
confused
know.
everybody to
I know
begin
that
with.
she was a man, like
Yeah,
an
but I think that
androgynous
confused
kind of
everyone.
man. Yeah.
Oh, Tricky Bob's a lady, but a dwarf
Oh,
lady.
my apologies,
hard to
Tricky
tell.
Bob. I couldn't tell. Yeah.
Tricky Bob doesn't have a beard, does she?
No.
If you can
Okay,
make out
good.
her D&D Beyond profile, I think there's
Oh,
a,
yeah.
a rough
So
sketch.
she does
of it
have
in
very
Mm.
bushy eyebrows, right?
Yes, yes.
That could be the confusion
Really,
right there.
really inquisitive eyebrows.
Yes, and she's got a bit of a chin guard, so you can't actually tell if she's got
Oh,
any
yeah, there
chin
we
hair
go.
or not.
Right.
Right.
Cunning.
Oh, that's
She's
good.
in disguise.
Yeah.
Should make the photo bigger.
All right. So you have your baths.
Mhm.
You have some dinner later on. Some late night snacks, and they
Ah.
bring you drinks and things long into the evening. They
Very
look
good.
after you.
Mm.
Lord Belkinard sadly has to retire. Lady Belkinard sends more refreshments up to make sure that you're all well, and they look forward to seeing you in the morning. And eventually you all go to bed. So sorry, just to recap, where does everyone sleep?
I'm gonna
In
sleep.
the
I'm going to
castle?
my own in the castle in my own room.
Okay, in your own room.
I'm gonna
Okay.
sleep next to in. I don't know, man.
Do you want your own room?
feel
or
like-
do you want to sleep
With
in-
with my pet, with Momo.
right? That's the main reason why you've got your own room.
Yeah, and I did the doors
Actually,
lock?
yeah.
So the
No,
doors
good
lock.
point.
Yes.
The doors do lock. Yeah. There's a slider on the back of them, like a big
I
beam.
lock the door.
I'll get my own room as well because I'm gonna need to do a little ritual and rebirth Hogsmoor. That takes up to an
Ooh.
hour. I think.
Actually, while we're at that, I do remember I can't remember. All that goes to my head is fat bastard. Horatio. He lives in the castle, doesn't he?
No,
I was gonna take care of
No,
that there,
okay.
Gamble.
he lives,
No,
Alright.
but he lives near the castle, right?
he lives in the
Ah.
town. He lives in the city.
Okay, no, never
Right.
mind.
Okay.
You don't really sure where he lives. The only thing you know is that you found him in the tavern that time.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Which-
Oh, yeah.
Was that the Blackstone Owl, that tavern?
Yeah, that was the nice one.
It was the nicer one.
We got kicked out of because of
Yeah.
that fat bastard.
It's quite
Yeah.
likely that he lives there. And they have
Oh, yeah.
rooms for rent.
I mean, he probably
and
can't fit out
stuff.
the door.
right? There's that possibility.
Yeah, true. Good point, Gimbal. I appreciate the stab at humor there, but you do have a good point.
Yeah,
It's probably correct.
it's fairly likely. He expanded once he entered the tavern and never left. He likes to expand his influence. Okay,
But,
so quite enough of that. So Josiah, make a can you roll a d20 for me?
Yeah, just say, oh.
Mysteries.
It's 19.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Bated breath.
Mm,
I was just curious about a thing.
okay.
Hank, can you roll a d20 for me?
Sure, Russell. I could roll a d20. I have this little ritual. Oh, natural 20. Woo!
Wow. Okay.
Right.
Very
to
good.
prove
It's a
it.
good little ritual.
Tricky Bob.
No, it's a different ritual.
Roll me a d20, please, Tricky Bob.
Just 80-20.
Yep.
Wait,
Oh, you see it?
what have you got? You've got like cut into the table. Like you've got a cool little.
Oh, no, that's just my little mat. I had to get it when I got stone dice.
I like your fancy
Oh,
lights, by the way.
pretty sweet.
There, Hank.
Oh, yeah.
13.
My fiance put them up.
13. Okay. And last but not least, Gimbal.
Just the normal D20.
Yep.
I accidentally had Tricky Bob's page up because I was looking at a character portrait. 1 second.
You were perving.
No, how do you perv at a?
Can you roll as me if you're on my page?
Oh
Yes,
Can you?
Yeah, he might not be able to. I can.
no, I couldn't.
Oh,
Okay, rolling.
Mm.
Wait,
I
there
have
we go.
a disabled player in my stream who's quite blind, and sometimes he
17.
can't find the rolls, so I roll for him.
Oh, yeah.
oh, okay.
17. Good. Okay. Interesting.
Some good rolls, everyone.
Solid.
Mm.
Good start.
Methinks we made it through the night.
You do make it through the night, and when you wake up in the morning, Josiah, you find that your window has been banging in the wind all night, and it's open.
Okay, I walk over to the window and investigate.
Okay, make an investigation check, please. At this point, I also want to mention something interesting. Let me see if I can quickly find this. Oh, did I lose it already? That would be foolish. Hang on. So you guys have got D&D Beyond up, right?
Right.
Yep.
There's a rule. I'm thinking about testing this rule out. It's an optional rule from the Dungeon Master's Guide about doing skill checks. So instead of having like a proficiency bonus on a skill check or a saving throw, you get skill dice. And so like you get a dice to add to your roll. So if you get like a +2 bonus as a proficiency bonus, typically you get a D4.
I love that idea because I always roll
Oh.
terribly.
So there's a chance you could roll a 4, but also a chance you could roll a 1. So, you know,
Right. So
there's a
you
little
kind
bit
of
of
take
gamble.
the average as a dice.
Oh, okay.
But would a D20 still be involved in this?
Oh, yeah,
So would you
yeah.
roll the D20 and then you'd roll your D?
Yeah, that's right. You'd roll your D4 on top of that.
I think that's great. We should do that.
And further
Okay,
to
I
this,
think I need to see it in practice.
Yeah,
to
it could be
understand.
complicated
why
depending
don't,
on
we,
like.
why don't we try it out
Yeah.
for a session and just see
Alright.
how we go
Yeah.
with it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
We'll only use it for skill checks. We won't use it for saving throws just for now because that might
Alright.
What about? And we're not using it for combat yet either, are we?
definitely not for combat. It's
Good.
not a combat thing.
Okay.
So is this a thing that you turn on, or do we do them manually from here?
We just do it manually.
We just
Okay,
roll the
so-
dice. Okay.
An investigation will be, I got a +4, so a D20 and then a D.
Yeah. How does that work?
8, D8, I'd say.
Could be 2d4, I would
Oh,
think.
2d4.
Hang on, let me just before you
Yeah.
do that,
We need to
before
know
you do
like
that,
how many of the dice. Yeah.
before you do it. I'm just going
I
to
would have thought that it would be like the average. You know how you work out hit die by the average.
But that
So like,
means in that case, you're always going to get worse than what your proficiency is, right?
Yeah, because you're guaranteed. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, but
But if you're
Hang on.
if you're doing double, that means you got a chance of getting double of your actual bonus.
But it also means you
yes,
could get as
but you
little
could get
as-
2 instead of 4.
But no,
Yeah, exactly.
that's what I mean.
Mhm.
Like the average.
But overall,
Yeah,
with 3 dice, you've got a good chance of getting more towards the average, I think.
You would
than
use the modifier
bombing
as
out.
the average number. So, like, say if it was intelligence, if your modifier was +2, you would use a D4. Is what I mean.
Okay, the other part of this rule is I'm just going
Yeah,
through
yeah.
it again here. With this variant rule, characters don't have skill proficiencies. Instead,
Ah.
each character has proficiency in 2 abilities. One is
Got
tied
it.
to the character's class, one is tied to the character's background. The ability proficiency by class table suggests a proficiency for each class, but you choose which ability is tied to a given background. Starting at first level, I don't know. Is this too
Oof.
complicated?
No,
It sounds complicated.
It's too complicated to start in this session. If we understand it
about it.
throughout the week, we'll
Yeah.
do it next. We could
That's
then
okay.
do it with a bit more knowledge.
Sounds like a
I
good
reckon we
idea.
do that. Yeah.
Let's
Alright.
look into it. Okay.
I'm super keen to
Mm.
try it out.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
What
I'm going to
happens?
give you a copy of send you a link to the rule.
Are you sending it
Mm.
in Zoom chat?
Zoom chat. Yeah. Here you
All
go.
right, cool.
Hmm. If you have a proficiency from a feat or something like that, does that mean
Oh, I got
it
access
still
denied.
counts as another proficiency?
No, I think we lose them. I think it's basically it sounds like we
Oh.
only have 2 skill. Like it's because you don't have proficiencies anymore,
Right.
Hmm.
so you just
Because I
have-
get. Oh wait, actually, let me read this before I say anything.
You can't. I won't be able to read it.
Oh,
can't
I
get
see.
it.
Okay, no. So when instead of proficiency, so
Oh,
you know
let-
how like for stealth, for pickpocketing, for sleight of hand, stealth, all these fall under dex. Like you've got proficiency bonus, and then you've got a dexterity modifier on
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So what it does is it gets rid of proficiency, but you pick a main stat that you become proficient
Oh.
in. So if you
Right.
do dexterity, suddenly your skill in dexterity is high, which makes it easier for you to do anything dexterity
It's
based.
related, right? Yeah,
Yes.
Gotcha.
So
Hmm.
that makes a bit more sense.
No
Right,
way.
okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound
It's
too
just
bad.
kind of a reject. It's just another way of
Well, let's
Well,
have a
I-
look into it, and we'll run
Yeah,
a
hard to
session
see
with it next week.
Yeah.
See if we'd like it. It might just be terrible.
No, I've never done
Also,
this.
I
I'm quite
can't.
curious.
I can't open it. I'm getting access denied whenever I click on the link.
Okay,
Me
don't worry.
too, but I
I've
got
just-
the actual
I'm
book,
copying
so I'll
it.
just read it.
You can do it in the
Okay,
book
cool.
if you want, or
Yeah.
Just send it to
um,
me some other way.
I've
Drive
just-
even.
I just copied it into Google Drive, so I'm just
Oh,
going to
perfect.
add.
Yep, that's
add
cool.
it to
Oh,
that.
okay.
So we have. What are your names?
Philip.
Philip.
Thimble.
Philip Craig, right?
Yeah, that's me.
2 first
Okay.
names.
Who's
Hey.
who's next? Maria.
Doesn't that mean he's evil?
Yep.
Never trust someone with 2 first names. Sorry,
Craig
Phil.
is a last name before it was a first name.
What's your
Thank you
middle
very
name?
much.
You looked it up.
Is it Maria Fielko?
Yep.
One. Yep.
You will never know my middle name.
Just
Hank.
Unless you turn out to be a serial
Tony.
killer.
Tony.
Hank,
Bill
what's
Tony.
your? Who else wants to add their email address to this?
Throw mine on. It's james.thorpe.
I've got access. All good.
James.thorpe.
Yep, at lionco.com.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I really only need the first sort of couple of letters or
There we go.
words of anybody's name. Hank, what's your email address? Or
Phil
name?
Craig 88 at
I've got Phil
Gmail.
Craig. Got Phil Craig.
Fill
Okay.
Craig up with what?
So, that's terrible. That's terrible. Okay,
Man, I haven't heard that joke.
so Gimbal, you
since,
can
like,
read it already.
fucking
You've already
Yeah,
got
I'm
access
good,
to
I'm
it.
good.
Okay, cool.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
No, it's all right. I don't hear it that often anymore.
I didn't know there was so much ripping on it.
Oh,
On
plenty.
2 first names. Really?
Oh, plenty. Yeah.
Ah,
Well, because Philip itself is not a really rippable name, so they have
No,
to
Phil.
find something, you know.
Although Phil.
Phil of something is what I usually got.
Ah.
That's all right.
No, I'm gonna stop there.
I
'Cause I
wasn't
don't want. I
bullied.
don't want to start thinking of ways to make Philip a bad. No, stop.
Okay.
I'm
all right,
pretty sure I've
so-
heard them.
All right. So the window is banging when you wake
Right.
up, Josiah.
All right.
Roll an investigation.
All right. Did you roll your investigation?
I'm doing it as we speak. It's 14.
14. Okay. You notice The snow around the outside of the window has been kind of smashed off, like where normally there'd be ice and snow kind of sitting there on the windowsill. Seems to be missing. There's been new snow overnight, so it's hard to say exactly what's going on here. Would you like to make a survival check?
Yeah, sure. Because I'd like to see like the windows only open outward, right?
Yeah.
Just bang in and out. Okay. Where are you? Yes. There we go. Oh, no good there. Only a 4.
Yeah, unfortunately. That's about the point when there's a ring of a bell outside, outside your doors, all of you. Ding, 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 ding.
Let's go and answer it. Who's at the front door?
Breakfast is ready for all.
Feel like I'm hungover, but okay. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, food.
Yep.
Ale.
Go get food. Breakfast. Yum yum. What time is it?
Ale.
Oh,
Food and ale.
is
for
it dawn?
breakfast.
Has the sun
It's-
just?
It's medieval high fantasy, my friend. You drink ale with everything.
I don't think I want to leave.
Mm.
Possibly me. Yeah.
Cures what ails you. No.
Well,
Come my pun, I cough, I die a little.
Black lung.
Mm.
You've caught the black lung there, Gimbal.
Yeah, poor Oz. All right, so I'm heading down.
Head down.
Mhm.
Okay, you go down into the feasting hall. There is indeed a large breakfast that has been served up for your group. You have your own table. There's another table with a bunch of soldiers sitting at it. There's another table with a few lords and ladies sitting about milling. They seem to be chatting about you.
About us.
Apparently,
Can we hear what they're saying?
you can make a perception check.
We'll do just that.
I'd also like to make a perception check. please.
Yeah, I'll go for it too.
I
Start
would
to
like,
eavesdrop.
I would like Hogsmoor to help me on this though, because overnight, Hogsmoor came back into being, and I now have this little owl who's hanging around.
Right. And did you finish your ritual? Did you? You did, of course. That's why
I
you've
did,
got the
yeah. It
hour,
only
right.
takes an hour, so.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll make a perception check, but
Tricky Bob, why did you fail your perception check? Was it the food?
Yes, because I think we didn't eat yesterday
Right. So you're starving.
or the day before that.
Pretty sure we just
my.
drunk a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So you're starving, and the food being placed out in front of you, the smell of it is quite intoxicating.
Yes, I
Human-
completely forget all the noise around us.
Right. You're just like smelling the food. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Meanwhile, Josiah and Gimbal, you hear a little bit of chatting about, yes, and I think they've taken up the task to go and slay the ogres. Somebody said something about that. Lord, Belkinard is mentioning about that there's supposed to be some sort of heroes from the north, and most of them.
I got a dirty 20.
Oh, I hear the word hero and I go. But I'm not gonna. I don't want to engage with them. But yeah, I get all
Yeah.
giddy.
Yeah, I just kind of like straighten up and walk a little taller.
Right. The term warden gets bantered around a little bit. You hear the word Greymore at some point. And,
Ooh.
somebody mentions a werewolves.
Mm.
Do I hear anything else on my dirty 20?
On your dirty 20, you hear something about
Sorry, flaccid 20.
the flaccid 20, the gentleman's 20. You hear something about one of the lords is there. He's like, well, I'm not personally impressed. I've met real heroes, and they don't look like anything to me. They're just a lot of ragtag bunch of scoundrels from Vaingate. They're not.
Can I have a look? Can I sort of like? Can I
Under
ask
the
my
eye.
Hogsmoor? I'll ask my Hogsmoor to sort of take a perch nearby him. Is it weird to have an owl inside?
A bit
I mean,
weird.
I think my
It's
badge is there.
pretty weird to have any animals inside. I mean, it is again, medieval high fantasy. In a lower cased castle in the south, you might find animals inside kind of regularly, but this is not the sort of castle where you'd expect that.
Is there
Not
any?
this
Are
way.
there any sort of like rafters in the
Yep.
hall that we're in?
Sure, the bird can rest on the rafters. Yeah.
All right. I'd
bit
like
less
Hogsmoor to sit near on the rafters near above where this fella is and
Sure.
see if he can pick out anything using his keen eyes about the Lord.
Okay.
You know,
All right. And
because
are you in a state of trance doing this, or are you just sending a
yeah,
command
I
to
think
him to
I
do
think
that?
we sit down and then I get him to do that. So we sit down at his table.
You close your eyes.
Yeah,
And sit
because I have
still.
to. If I see
Yeah.
through his eyes, I have to be in a like a.
Right. So
a
you can make
state.
another perception check at this point if you want.
All right. Okay. Hang on. I'll just get my little owl card out.
I feel like at this point, Hank and
Yes,
Turkey Bob have both closed their eyes. Just-
Holy
Um,
crapperoo.
Hank, the other thing that you will overhear while you're sitting at a table is a separate conversation at a different table,
Right.
in very hushed tones. Something about how was she killed? Really? That's terrible. That's awful. And how about the family? Are they blah 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 blah. Something like that.
All right. So somebody's been murdered.
Yeah.
Murder-ladled. All right. So my Hogsmoor has a proficiency in perception. That's why I got him.
Right. And what base is it?
But he also rolled a ridiculous 19.
Is it eyesight, hearing, or smell, or
It is, I would say it's eyesight. Yeah, keen hearing and sight, actually. So
keen hearing?
I
and
have
sight?
advantage on wisdom, perception that rely on hearing or sight.
Okay, so and
I
you
would have
rolled a
thought an owl would
19.
only have that at night. Released eyesight.
Well, he's got good hearing too. Just saying.
Right. Well, the hearing thing is why you picked up that second conversation from
Sure.
through the owl.
So that would give him 22.
Okay.
In total.
Oof.
Yes, they found the body on the street. It's terribly disturbing. Not far from the castle, actually.
Hmm.
Let's see. And my owl can't tell anything more about this unimpressed lord of interest.
He looks like well, I mean, between you're looking through the owl's eyes. He looks like he might have once been some sort of fighter or knight or something like that. Some sort of perhaps a warrior.
Right, man.
A leader of men.
Right. What kind of garb does he have on? Is he like
He's wearing a tabard and a cloak.
all right.
There's a hat, which he has sitting next to him at the table now.
Right.
He's a little bit dismissive towards the servants, that sort of thing.
Okay, cool. That's all I needed. Excellent.
And finally, there's a bit of fanfare as Lord Belkinard and his family come in, and this is where you lay eyes on Lord and Lady Belkinard, Lord Randall Cassian Belkinard and Lady Ermina Cassian Belkinard, and then their 4 children, Gillard, Timaeus, Walpurg, and Daphne.
Hang on.
Pretty sure I wrote that down.
What was the
somewhere.
father's
Gillard.
name?
Lord
Timaeus.
Randall,
Randall. The mother?
Ermina,
How do you spell that?
Ermina.
Go. And kids. I don't really
Yeah,
care.
4 kids. And the kids are not all young either. They're mostly adults. It's
All right.
Timaeus is
Gillard, Timaeus,
it's a bit
Wolfberg,
younger.
and Daphne.
Yeah.
Daphne?
Daphne will do.
I actually wrote this down last session.
Hmm.
Hey.
I had pictured them young.
Yeah, 3 of the kids are young adults.
Hmm.
And Gillard is in fact sort of probably 28 or something like that. He's dressed in armor, as it were.
Hmm.
Is it like a fighting kind of armor or like a ceremonial kind of armor?
Hard to it's you would say it's closer to ceremonial, but it looks like it might be used. It could be used for. It might be fighting armor that's just very polished and hardly ever used. but it might have been
Gotcha.
used. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Gimbal, this is your liege. Do you want to go and speak to him?
Well, that's what I was wondering. Is this just given these circumstances, are they just appearing for breakfast?
Yes, basically.
Okay, but they're announced, yeah?
Yeah, and they have their own.
And we all
table
stood up. I
up
would
above
stand up
everyone.
when they got announced.
Yes,
at
that's
least.
good etiquette. Everybody would
Mhm.
stand up and
Cool.
you know
Mm.
do their thing.
Alright.
As they wait
While
for
everyone's
the others.
standing up, Hank like goes, out of his trance from Hogsmoor and like sees everyone standing up and he's like, oh shit. And then he kind of like gets himself up and like tries to make himself pretty.
All right.
I just thought I'd add that in there.
No, that's great. You can have inspiration for that.
Oh, thank you. Inspiration.
Right. So have we finished eating at this point, or?
Up to you. Would you?
Yeah, I think I finished.
There's a lot
Yeah.
to eat here. There's this food keeps coming.
Si's watching his figure. He's only having lean protein, no carbs.
Oh, I want to. After we sit down briefly, so because I'm sure they'll settle. They've got. We've got time. They've got to settle down. They've got to have some food too. I just turned to Ogre. Did we know where the ogres were?
You had a description of the ogres given to you along the lines of you head up the road that you would have taken to get here.
All right. So we just got to go. We've got to backtrack a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
You
thinking
want to-
though,
How far out was it?
I don't.
Few hours.
I'm thinking we
Yeah,
ask
sorry.
if there are any sort of trappers or hunters around the town that might have more details on that though.
Well, I think we don't go bother the Lord
No.
again because we
Yeah,
don't
no.
want to seem like
Mm.
we're
In
Not
front of all these
experienced.
people, I don't want to. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'd feel uncomfortable going up and.
Okay, Bob. Sorry, I cut
Making
you
a
off.
scene.
I didn't mean to.
What? Oh, I was thinking like, do we need to get horses or anything like that, or is it something we can like walk
We've all still got
in
horses.
an hour
I
or
think.
so? Do we?
Yeah,
Are they
I've
with
got mine. I'm not
Grim?
losing my
Gimble's
horse.
got a horse.
I've got a horse.
Oh yeah.
Gimble's paid a lot of money
I
for his
think
horse.
if we're tracking them, we might be better to do it on foot. We don't
Mm.
want to.
Yeah, be more
We also
careful.
want
Yeah.
the element of surprise.
That's a good point.
Just
Yeah.
depends
Okay.
how far
Yeah.
out it is, right? If it's an hour by horse or cart, whatever, or if it's an hour by foot.
Another noble comes in, who was announced as Electos.
Who? Sorry?
Electos.
Electus?
No, who comes in?
Another
Electos.
noble.
Another
named
noble.
Electos. He
Electos.
seems to be an old man with a glass eye.
Old man with a glass eye. I reckon this might be your lookout, Josiah. I reckon you might be the Arcanist. You might be after.
He
Oh.
stumbles in on a staff, leaning on a staff. He has a
Hey,
long
there we go.
beard.
So I give Josiah a bit of a nudge and a little flick.
All right, yeah, I'll approach the old man.
Okay, you get up and go over to him.
Rude.
While he's doing that, can I quickly survey the room? Do I recognize anyone that might be Blackgaurdy or evil fat
Mm.
bastard henchman-y?
Perception
Mhm.
investigation, or make an investigation check.
Mhm.
Yeah.
+0. Here we go. 11.
You don't see anybody that you think would be Blackguard or related to Horatio, but it's hard to say.
Cool. I sit
So
back
you
down
can-
and start to pocket some of the food that will last a little bit longer than the rest.
Okay.
Russell,
good
out of
idea.
game, I have a question.
Mm.
If I wished to, not in that situation, I'm happy to let that lie, but if I was to, if one of my party members needed a bit of help with one of their skills that happened to be perception or stealth, would I be able to use, or maybe not stealth, but perception, would I be able to use Hogsmoor to help them out?
Yeah, I think so. You'd have to explain how you were going to do it, though. You have
Sure,
to make
yeah.
some sense of that.
I'd have to role play it properly, but yeah, I can.
Yeah,
So say in that situation, I could have potentially said to Gimble if I saw him looking around,
Hmm.
like, hey man, do you want me to get Hogsmoor to check something out for you?
right.
And then I would
Yeah,
get really
so-
stubborn and go, I'm good. I got this.
So you can totally
I
role
mean,
play that.
you know,
out.
you have your petty pride. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's fine.
Josiah.
There's nothing here.
Josiah gets up and heads over to Electos. Electos is walking towards the noble table on his staff.
All right, I'm gonna not briskly overtake him.
Oh, young man.
Hail
A
and well
wizard
met,
should know
sir.
better.
How are you?
I'm well. And you? Who are you?
I am Josiah Southwall. I'm one of the adventurers your lord has hired to help deal with the ogre problem that you've got.
Would be
Thank you.
hero then.
So what was that?
Would be hero then, I see.
Well, Yes, yeah, definitely a would-be hero. I make no claims to be anything,
Best
mighty
not to
and
make
epic.
claims you cannot keep.
Exactly.
Can I hear this?
Can you hear this? Yeah, you can hear some of this. Yeah, So there are other
we are
noises.
heroes.
there's a bard playing in the background as well. by the way.
I'm not listening. I'm diving full into my food.
I mean, yeah, like would be heroes, right? I mean,
if you don't mind, young man, I'd like to get my breakfast.
well, can I just bother you for one more second?
Oh, if you must.
Now you've got the look of a wizard. I'm guessing
Do
some
I
kind.
just a wizardly face, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a very wizened face.
Let's see.
I have a favor to ask of you.
Favor to ask of me.
Well,
I don't often do favors for young heroes, especially would-be heroes.
I was about to say I never claimed to be a hero. Well, what can I do to carry your favor then?
I wish to carry my favor.
Hmm.
You can help me up onto this step here. Yeah.
All right,
Ah,
take my hand, sir.
yes. Very well. And you can fetch me some of that pork rib looks good over there, the one next to the
Pork
porridge.
rib for
A
breakfast.
couple of that.
Yeah, I'll grab him it and I'll start, cutting it up for him.
Get him
And
a good
I'll
one though.
That's
Lift the
good.
fork,
And
lift
some
the
of that
fork
as
up to
well.
his look at the fork up to his mouth.
No, I can do that part.
No,
Thank
no,
you
no,
very
no.
much.
Open up, open wide.
Choo
You-
choo.
You go too far, young man.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You love it.
You want a favor from me, you best not insult me.
Merely playing. You're
Not known for my play.
okay. All right. I apologize. I go too far. I digress.
You do.
What else can I fetch of you on this table?
That's enough. Now spit it out. What do you want?
In my would-be adventures, I've happened to come across an old relic. I'm just looking. There's something about it that I don't know. I want to know more about it.
Relics.
It's got ancient Elvish written down the blade.
Sword, is it?
Indeed.
You're gonna be careful with magic swords, my friend.
Well, I don't know if it's magic or not. It's just a rusty old sword, but
Is it?
I-
Is it actually rusty? I ask you this. That is a good sign to tell you if it's magic or not.
well,
Magic swords, you'll notice, don't often rust.
it was encased in clay. The hilt I know is rusty. Down the blade was some runes around the owner being cursed, and it was near a gravesite that appeared to be somewhat linked to Malor.
What?
Yeah, Malor. You heard of him?
Yes, I've heard of Malor. You want nothing to
isn't it?
do with that. You seek favor with me. Don't bring Malor into it.
Well,
Oh.
this is just what our cleric assumed. I believe. Like, don't look to me. I'm just passing on information.
I see. Malor. Blade of Malor, is that what you're suggesting?
Perhaps that's
You
what I
have
want to
this-
find out.
Do you have this weapon nearby?
It's up in my room.
Is it?
Don't use long swords myself. I'm more of a finesse-based man.
Finesse. That's what you call yourself, is it?
Yep.
Hmm.
Would you like me to go
Very
get it?
Not presently. I want to have my breakfast, sir. Then, after breakfast, I would wish to come and see this blade. Yes. In fact, you can bring it to my quarters.
All right.
I'll have one of the servants bring you. Leto, come here. This young man comes over. When he has finished his food this morning and I am done with mine and return to my quarters, bring this young man and his possibly his companions. Do you be bringing your companions?
I look over to them and specifically look for Gimbal. Do I catch
Stuff in
Gimbal's
my
eye?
face with food.
Yes, bring your companions. Good idea.
Yeah.
Wait. What'd you do? What'd you do when you looked over at us?
I was hoping I could just kind of see you and you'd be like looking and just go like.
I mean, I was amused when you started acting like a butler.
Yeah, that's usually my
Yeah.
lookout.
But no, like, are you calling us over, or what are you
No,
gonna do?
he's
I'm
just
just watching.
yeah, he's just observing. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were like, hey,
Hmm.
we're gonna hook up with this guy later.
Hook up.
No, I'm gonna finish my food.
All right, sir, it's a date. We will see you soon.
Yes. Run along then, young man.
All
Oh,
right,
yes, a little bit more of that plate there.
all right, and
Yes.
I grab a plate of what looks to be wilted greens and I slide it to him.
Perfect.
Yes.
You see him stuffing it in his face and there's
Yeah.
juice running down his beard.
Uh,
Mm.
All right.
Flee,
gang,
flee for your lives.
the wizard has booked an appointment with us.
Ah.
Wondering if maybe we can just kill some time.
Oh, I wanted to go hunt ogres this morning.
I would like
about-
nothing.
We give them the sword, and then he can inspect it while we go kill ogres.
Yeah, I hang on. I'm just gonna go talk to him one more time. Like rush over back to the table.
Right.
Hey,
You again.
yep.
Back so quickly.
we've actually got a prior appointment. We need to murder some ogres.
Murder ogres.
Can
Yes.
we catch up with you after that?
Business of heroing, is it? Yes.
Would be
very
heroes,
well.
remember.
All right, when you get back again,
All right.
speak to young Leto. I'll have him about. He'll find you.
It's a date, Alexios.
Electos.
Electios. All right, there we go. right.
I see you're not a bard.
I turn heel, like one swish moment, I'll pivot on one heel and
Mhm.
saunter back to my team.
Saunter.
Yep.
All right, you're back to your team. Very good. Very good. So, Hank, you've been listening in via the owl, I assume.
I have been. Yeah.
So you've overheard this conversation. So when you come back from ogre slaughtering, apparently Leto's going to find you and hook you up for an appointment to see the wizard and
Okay.
deal with the sword. Tricky Bob, you've been stuffing your face the whole time?
Yes. I've been mingling with
Okay.
the nobles.
Okay.
Oh.
So I haven't been really paying attention to what's going on besides that. I feel
Let's
quite.
go more into the mingling with the nobles.
Right.
Tricky
Yeah,
Bob
I
can
feel
be our
quite
in with the
enamored by the
rich.
company.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. And one of the ladies among the nobles, she says, do you enjoy human food, do you?
Well, yes,
Racist.
this is very, very refined, and I think it suits my palate quite well. You see, even though I'm a dwarf, I like to, I don't know, kind of experiment a bit more, try different cuisines, all that sort of stuff. Just a real appreciator for the art.
I see. And what do dwarfs normally, what does your palate usually consist of, if I may ask? I hope I'm not being rude.
Well, stews mostly quite heavy. It's not great for digestion. You kind of need to alternate your palate a little bit more so it doesn't get overwhelmed. I try to keep a balanced diet myself, but I still enjoy a good dwarven stew, like a nice roast,
I see.
very hearty.
Hearty. Did you hear that? The lady likes a roast, a very hearty roast. Isn't that fabulous? And do you eat what sort of vegetables do they grow in the mountains?
Like, oh, would they be like potatoes? Yeah, kind of
Suppose.
mostly root vegetables.
Oh, I see. Of course, that does make sense. Yes, fascinating.
Yes, mountains, right.
Mm. And underground too, I suppose.
Yes. Majority of our food is really just kind of root vegetables and hearty meat.
Mushrooms? Do you eat mushrooms?
Oh, yes, of course, mushrooms. Very good
Mm.
for vitamin D.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, what was that guy's disease that we could?
Rickets.
Rickets. Yeah, very
Rickets,
good for
right.
rickets. Yes.
That's right.
Oh yes, we do have a bit of a rickets epidemic here in Belkinard.
I've noticed,
I
yeah.
think it must be the
It's a
lack
shame,
of
a real
sunlight.
shame.
Terrible. Oh, and you're a
Mm.
priestess, I see.
Yes, the cleric,
Oh, and
Church of Moradin.
Moradin. Of course,
Mm.
Moradin. And Moradin is in fact a dwarven god then?
Yes, he's our primary deity.
Oh, I see, yes. And what does the Church of Moradin have you do, if I may ask?
Well, I'm an envoy currently, so I've been sent over to Vangate to essentially just carry out a few tasks for the church, stuff like that. So currently I was escorting a carriage out from Greymore down back to Vangate, but we stopped over here, and now we're going to hunt some ogres.
Oh, really? Truly, ogres?
Yes.
Why? Oh, and what does a cleric do when hunting ogres?
Well, I mostly try to lead. I try to give directions. Also just look out for my team, that kind of stuff.
I see. And are you a healer yourself, milady? on the house.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, so
very
just make sure that my party doesn't get killed.
Hmm. Well, that's very good to hear. And so this is the sort of conversation that goes on. They're very curious about dwarves, and there's a couple of them. And
She's
they'll
loving
ask
it.
you a number of different questions and ask about your garb and your robes and your boots and your holy symbols and so on. Okay.
Yes, this is
That's
probably the best experience Tricky Bob had in the last like month or so.
Right. All right. And so that goes on for a while until basically the food begins to get thin on the ground and they start clearing up, and they start preparing for lunch.
Oh my
All
god.
right, let's settle in for round two.
That's
They start. They're starting to mop the floors now that everybody's left.
Who wants to go hunt some ogres?
Let's do it.
Why not?
Let's sort
Alright.
this out.
So you head on off out of the hall, and you get your gear, I assume.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right.
All my
okay.
stuff. We're leaving our
Strap
horses.
on
Yeah,
my
we're
owl.
just walking. Sneak
Your
walk.
armor is a little bit tighter this morning after that meal.
How long is oh, hang on, let me just check my notes. How long is Pietar the tanner going to take on my studded leather?
Oh, 3 days.
3 days. All right,
One
cool.
down.
So he's still working on that. That's fine.
On our way
Um,
out of the keep.
Yep.
Am I able to just catch a glance and see from the outside the room that we were staying in?
You can make a perception check.
$18.
18. Yeah, you can see the window from up here. Yep, from out the front. As you go out into the courtyard,
Yep.
you can see around the side of that tower, and there's your window, and there's a ledge underneath it, and covered in snow.
Hmm.
You notice from here that the edge of that ledge has where all the other ledges along there have got ice literally dripping off the side of it, like points of ice. It's
Hmm.
been broken around the edges of your window and below,
Oh,
immediately
that's good.
below that, and then a ledge below that too seems to be tampered with somehow.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Does it look like from where I can see there's a way that anyone could have climbed up there?
Yeah, you're a rogue. You could climb up there. You reckon you could climb up there? You reckon it's doable
I want. Let me
Might
try
not.
climbing. Let me try climbing up there.
in broad
Alright,
daylight?
at this point-
probably
In
not
broad
such a
daylight.
great- not
Sorry,
such
what
a
are you
great idea.
doing?
I like
as you start.
You'd have to
I-
go quite a way around the building to do this, and
Okay.
you'd have to come in from the outside.
So I'm gonna explain to you guys. When I woke up this morning, the window to my room was wide open, and
Why don't you
seems
just
like-
use my Hogsmoor?
Did you jump out the window?
as far as I'm aware, I did not jump out the
Mhm.
window. But you know what, Hank? That's a damn fun idea. I keep forgetting that we've got that thing.
Hey, let's use him more, man. He's here for good.
Well, I want to look for footprints. Footprints.
where are you looking for footprints?
At the base of the window.
So
and I'll
do
send
you guys go
Hogsmoor.
all the way back up to the room now? Is that what's going on? 'Cause
Oh,
I
God,
had you-
I think we're
thought we were
outside,
gonna
aren't
send-
we?
Yeah,
you're
we're
outside in the
outside.
courtyard about to leave the castle. Was last I
Can,
heard.
yeah, can we send Hogsmoor up just to like the ledge below where things were disturbed?
How far away would we be? Because
Maybe
100.
someone just really likes Josiah.
It's like 100 yards or something.
I
on
mean,
that.
yeah,
Everyone
something
really
like that.
likes to
Doesn't
say.
actually say-
Exactly.
oh.
Where was Tricky Bob last
Oh, it
night?
doesn't actually say.
Where were you, Tricky Bob?
Dead asleep. My nice cushy sheets.
Let's work on
Wait,
100
it's good-
yards. It doesn't say on the little on the card that I've got, but I'm fairly certain it's 100 yards.
What is
So anyway,
this
so-
is
Is it Find Familiar or what is this thing?
Familiar,
Yeah,
right?
find familiar.
Hang on. Do. 100 feet.
100 feet.
100 feet.
Right, it's less than 100 yards by about
Right.
2/3. Okay. So yeah, it's a bit too
Oh.
far to maintain contact.
Oh
but
no,
you
I'm
can-
sorry. Sorry, that's when you cast a spell, a touch attack spell. The creature has to be within 100 feet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
While your
There's no-
familiar
you
is
can send
within
it
100
anywhere.
feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I would then like to go around the castle to the point where Josiah's window would be. Would we be able to tell that?
Oh.
Would we-
I mean,
from the
guys,
outside?
I
don't
can't
know.
be
I don't
asked.
know
I
what's
think
going on
Josiah is
there.
paranoid, and we
yeah,
should keep moving.
I'm not too fussed about it. It's
If
not
anyone-
the first time someone has tried to break into my room.
Okay,
Right.
I disagree.
Onwards.
I think that we should check it out, but it's your decision because it's your window.
we can plant a trap later. Maybe,
That's
maybe.
not
Plant my magic
suspiciously
snare,
loiter.
actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Maybe as we're walking, maybe someone just thought someone else was in that room, snuck
Okay.
by, looked in the window, saw that it was a different person, and then decided to leave.
You're
I'm
now
also
Quite a
wandering,
climb, though, right?
You're wandering down the ramparts on the outside of the castle now.
Mm.
Through the gate.
I'm also just mindful that we don't want to, I know, arise too much suspicion in our second day
Yes.
here.
Oh, Hank.
We know what went down in Greymore.
You're
Hank.
curving your way
Kimble.
down around
Can
the
you
outside of the
check-
castle to the
Make
city.
your use your owl to make sure no one's following us, or check if
Yeah,
anyone's following us while we
I can. That would take a bit of time, I'd say. I would say that'd give us maybe at least 15 minutes of like sending the owl
like-
up and looking
like
for movement.
as we're walking, the owl flies off behind us.
Somebody's going to need to guide me because if
Oh,
I'm going
right.
to use that ability,
won't be
I
able to
can't really
walk.
be.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Okay.
You could
Okay.
do it
So
on
it's not,
horseback.
it's not like a pet. Okay.
Well, I mean,
Ah.
I could get it to follow us
Mm.
and then come down and warn me if it found something, I suppose.
Okay,
what
I've
do you
got a
think
new
about
idea.
that, Russell.
I say Momo, and I tell Momo to go to stay 60 feet behind us,
Mhm.
and yeah, just try to be sneaky and stay 60 feet behind us and follow us along.
Okay, can you make a stealth check for Momo, please?
Yes. As soon as I can find that.
Tell you what,
blood
I'll send my owl. I'll send Hogsmore to follow Momo as well.
Okay.
pet. Okay, my Momo
From the-
What
has
if
so
the
that-
owl
plus
eats
2
Momo?
to stealth.
My owl eats Momo.
What happens if that happens?
Momo will eat the owl.
I will. I mean, realistically, I would tell him not to, but I think Momo would probably eat Hogsmore rather than the
Hmm.
other way around.
Momo
Right.
got 17.
17, okay. And Gimbal 15, okay. Oh, okay.
So
Oh, that's Momo. 15 plus 2.
Plus 2, I see. Okay, very good. All right, so that's your stealth check, right?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Now can you make a perception check?
Yes. So let's have a look here. What is the plus for perception? Is it wisdom? It is,
yeah,
right?
wisdom.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. He's got plus 2. He's more perceptive than I am.
Does he have proficiency?
Oh, maybe not. Hang on. No, sorry, just a flat 20. Go.
Okay.
Flat 20.
Is that nat 20.
A nat 20. Wow.
Good old Momo.
Right. Well, Momo is. I almost want to have someone following you just so that you can make use of that. But Momo.
No, I'm happy- I'm happy to know it-
Followed.
Great. If Momo's happy with that, I think it would come. Yep, follow me up or catch up.
He's sniffed around a few people. However, as you get down to the town, you have to go through the city,
Mhm.
and you're heading for the outside gates, right?
Yep.
Okay. Momo warns you that there is a kid following you through the city.
Good Momo. Guys, there's a kid following us.
And
Thank you,
Hank,
Gimbal.
your bird can confirm this.
Excellent. So just give us a second, guys. Let's hold up for a bit. I'm going to go into
Can
a
we-
trance.
Do you get to
Oh,
the gate?
I want to keep moving. I mean, it's just a kid.
You're at the
Yeah,
gate.
just-
Didn't
right?
last time we talk about how they spy on us
Yeah,
via
the kid
kids?
spy. Yeah. That's right. Josiah and you.
Yeah.
Dirty little kiddies.
Do you go out
I'm
the
gonna-
gate or do you stay
Just
inside the
give
gate?
us a second, guys. I only need like 10 seconds.
I stand at
gonna-
the gate. I
I'm
lean
going to
against
close
the
my
gate.
eyes and I'm going to send a message to old Hogsmore I'm gonna actually no. I'm gonna look through Hogsmoor's eyes, and I'm gonna have a look at this little urchin, and I'm gonna see what he looks like.
Okay, well, he's standing with his back to a wall, hiding around a corner, and occasionally peeking around the corner to see whether you guys have left through the gate.
Okay.
He's
all
a
right.
little redhead with freckles, covered in dirt, wearing, raggedy clothes made of Hessian sacking. His boots are wrapped up, bits of cloth tied around his feet, not even shoes. Filthy,
And it's depressing image.
grubby.
No, he's still going.
Just gross.
It's a
Just
real
yuck
piece of.
human.
Yeah, and he's got a scar across his face as well.
Oh,
He's
scar
a
across
punk.
his face.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna tell Hogsmoor just to keep following this urchin and then come back to us in an hour.
Okay.
So we're not attacking the kid.
No.
No.
Okay, onwards then.
All right, let's leave the
Let's
front
get
gate.
out. Yes.
All right. So as you leave, Momo is still a little bit behind. Is he still checking out the kid as well?
Oh no. After he told me about the kid, he's just next to me. I didn't send him away again.
Okay.
It's
All
a
right.
kid. Little punk.
Okay, so you leave the city and you start heading off back towards the Frostmoor Road. And you can see the mountains ahead. The city itself is kind of nestled into the base of those mountains in the foothills. And so you travel through the foothills for quite a way. They rise up around you. You can see the snow caps up ahead. The tree line is still a few miles above you. And you start winding your way up this direction, and you head this way for a good couple of hours.
Was it nice weather?
Is it nice weather today? It's a bit breezy, but it's overall there are patches of warmth where the sun comes through, especially when you hit places where the wind is broken by the hills and mountains around you. But then when you get to the peaks, you get jostled by the frigid, frozen air. And an hour after you've left, the bird comes back, right,
Right.
Hank?
Yes, it does.
So, and it followed the boy, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So what it did, apparently the boy went back through the town immediately after you went through the gate. And the boy ran to the Black Stone Owl, oddly enough,
Mm.
and went inside there.
All right, cool. No worries. Good info. That fat prick is following us, I guess.
Which one? Who? The fat evil guy.
Well, I mean,
as
it's
it
just a
happens-
summation. It could be anyone, but
Could be
Could
the
be the Blackguard.
Blackguard. Yeah.
could be the Blackguard.
Wait, have you told us this?
I am going to relay that information to you.
Okay.
I say,
Okay,
Alright.
cool.
right,
Mm.
it seems we've been tailed.
Should
and,
we? Oh, sorry, go on.
I said, it seems we've been tailed, and little prick went back to the Blackstone Owl. What do we think of that?
Well,
I think it's the Blackguard that Josiah has robbed.
Mm.
It
What
could
if-
either be the
Blackguard as
Blackguard.
well.
Blackguard would
Hi,
be that
Rob.
shit.
Thank you very much.
I mean,
Oh,
he
wait, no,
doesn't know who
Josiah
we are
Rob,
because we
you're
took
right,
away
you're right.
his wanted posters, which he probably
So
never
yeah,
opened.
he would have looked at them before, right?
Well,
Oh,
over time you
surely.
forget what they look like, right?
Mm.
Anyway,
Can't forget a
um,
face like
but
Gimbals.
what if? Thank you. What if? What if Horatio has hired this kid to try and steal our credit? Like if we
Could
get
be.
back after killing the ogre, and he says, "Oh, I had. We need to foolproof this. We need some kind of way to prove that we can." After
We're
we kill
taking
the
the
ogres,
heads back. We're only getting paid if we take heads back. We have to decapitate these things and carry them around.
Good point.
Which, by the
Okay.
way, I want to discuss because
we
I'm
have
not.
to?
I'm not carrying them.
How big is an ogre head?
Aren't
Probably
we
bigger than me.
precious?
Oh God.
An ogre is a good 9 foot tall.
Have
So
any
it's
of you
like a-
seen an ogre?
I've only heard
I
stories.
don't think I've ever seen
No,
an ogre.
Oh, I wouldn't have.
Okay, so does anyone want to make a history check?
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
about
you're
like the
all-
stories I've heard in the pubs.
I'm wondering if Ballerin has ever encountered ogres in his travels and relayed some information to Hank.
That's
12 for me.
That's a 9.
Gimbal,
great.
you don't know anything about ogres
Mm,
apparently,
nope.
other than
Pretty
your
sure they're big
childhood
orcs.
stories. Yeah, basically big orcs. Josiah, you really don't know much more about ogres than that, except that they have tusks. But Tricky Bob, there was once a time when you were living in the Banakaya underground when ogres actually smashed their way into the city that you came from, that you live in. And you've seen them. You were a child. You didn't fight them, but you saw your parents and various other members of the society of the city have to kill these ogres, and they fought hard and they killed a lot of dwarves. And you were small, so it's hard to sort of say how big they were in relation to you, because things are different. When you remember things from your childhood, everything's much bigger. So as far as you're concerned, they're huge. These things
I should probably be terrified of them.
You would be terrified of them, yeah. It
Yes.
may well be that you're traumatized by this whole idea. But
Why didn't you say something before, Tricky Bob?
Or it could be an opportunity to
this
sort of take back some, control of that terror.
Yes, these memories just surface back to me, and I'm just kind of standing there frozen, remembering, oh my god, we're actually going to go see an ogre,
Also, I
and I'm
think
kind of like,
your teachings, your teachings of Moradin will tell you to face your fears, that type of stuff too. So
Just push that fear deep down inside you into a little
Yes.
ball, and off we go.
And beat it.
All right.
Yes.
I still want to discuss
Club.
who's carrying the heads.
I think
Well, how
Definitely
many of
not
these
me.
ogres?
Oh, well.
How many ogres are we supposed to be fighting here?
I left my horse
Did
back
we-
in town.
Did we get that?
They mentioned plural and they said per head.
Ogres.
So there's at least 2.
Why don't we take their ears?
you know what? I'll carry one.
I'll carry one if I can, or
Okay,
I'll
cool.
cut his ears off if I can't, because
Alright.
an ogre
But
ear
if
is going to
there's
be unique.
4, Josiah, you're flipping carrying one, right?
All right. If there's 4.
All right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll worry about that when we get to it. Step 1: kill ogres.
All right. Shall we? Seems like we're well out in the wilderness.
I don't know anything about ogres, but can I?
You
so
are a ranger. You can't track something.
no, that's what I want to see. Is like So as we're going, I'd like to try to keep an eye out for any noticeable discernible tracks. If it's large, any like clearly smashed trees, or any smoke in the distance in the air, anything that might alert me to some form of life or some semblance of life.
Great idea. Make a survival check, please. What sort of ranger are you again?
I am a beast master.
Right. And do you have a particular terrain?
Yeah, it'll come in use one day. The Underdark.
Right. Underdark.
So,
Okay. And I
survival.
take it you've chosen to stick with that.
oh yes,
Okay.
8. So
Okay. You're not seeing any obvious. Does anyone want to help him?
Yeah, I've got good survival.
Yeah, no, not me. My
All right.
survival
Can we
is
give
not
him
great.
give him advantage?
yeah, do it. Use your fear. Use your fear.
Well, I got 24, so
Okay, so you
Oh,
rolled
there you
your own. Okay, cool. Right. Well, while Gimbal's looking around for ogre sign, Tricky Bob, you come to a stop where you see, this particular location on the road looks like you find like a smashed piece of a wagon wheel under some snow, and you find bits of broken splinters and things here, drag marks heading up into the hill. You see a tree that looks like it's been mysteriously sort of tipped over. But yeah, it's the fact that the snow is covering everything. And I think probably you're more used to being in the mountains than Gimbal. That's probably a lot of the problem.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yes. I call Gimbal over and I say, hey, look, there's some obvious tracks here.
Yeah. I was just seeing if there was anything besides the obvious in the area, but good eye. Tricky Bob. Do you know what did it?
Also, can you guys
An
make,
ogre, I presume.
while you guys are doing
Sorry?
that, Josiah and Hank, can you make perception checks, please?
Now that Hogsmoor's back with me, can I get Hogsmoor to help me out?
Yep.
He's got proficiency in perception. So
Gives you can either have advantage or you can make 2 checks.
isn't that what
The
advantage
same
is?
thing.
No, they're not the same.
No,
because
like
if you
the
do
owl
advantage,
and you.
It's either you making 2 checks with your personal stat bonuses, or
Oh,
you're
the
making
owl.
1 check with
Yeah.
your personal stat bonus and 1 check with the owl's bonus.
Ah, I
Which is
see.
quite different.
I'll do 2 checks.
Okay.
2 checks, please. 14, not bad. 16 better. Plus 2 is
18.
2. Am I plus 2? Yes, plus 2. 18.
18. Okay. All right, Hank. While they're sort of investigating for this sort of broken piece of cartwheel that you found that Tricky Bob has particularly unearthed under the snow, you take a moment to send the owl up, and the owl spots a figure on a horse riding up around the road that you've just taken on the way towards where you are now.
Blackgaurd.
What does he-
The owl relays this information to me, and I tell Josiah there's someone. Is the person on the horse? Are they coming towards us?
Yep.
From the town.
Yep. From Belkinard. Yeah.
Belkinard, right. Okay. I tell you what. I'm gonna relay this information to Josiah. How far away is he? Or she?
The guard, the person.
The guard. Yeah. The
I'm
person.
saying that now.
Cannon.
Probably a mile.
A mile. Okay.
Wow.
So
But
we've
around
probably
a
got about
weave-
5 minutes.
It's kind of
Yeah.
a woven, weavy kind of a road.
Probably not
coming
even
up
5 minutes actually.
through the
What's
hills.
the terrain like? Is it is there anywhere I could hide, like closer
Yeah.
to where he is?
Well, you could go back down the hill. There's basically he or she is going to be curving around a large hill, covered in frozen forest and trees.
Okay. Josiah,
Yep.
we're being followed by who I can only presume is someone that wants to collect a bounty. I vote we go back, not too far away because I don't want to split the party. Go back to maybe a bend somewhere and lay an ambush. I'm going to set my trap to try and my snare spell
Yeah.
to try and snare the horse that he's on. He's on horseback, I should say. So, do you want to come?
Can we lay the trap where we are now? Can we all ambush him? I mean,
I feel like as a Blackgaurd, he'd have a good idea of figuring out how far away we are.
yep.
Like his survival skills would be pretty good. I think it would be better if we moved a little closer towards him, so that maybe
Yep.
almost using Gimbal and Tricky Bob as bait, they'll be rummaging around and making noise and things like that,
Right,
and he'll
let's do it.
probably
Yeah, let's do it.
dismount. Yeah.
Can I get a perception alertness check from everyone?
Perception.
And Gimbal and Tricky Bob can have advantage on this check because you are.
Ooh.
Go.
And
Oh my god, a 1 and a 5. At least I got the 5. 8.
21.
Okay.
I didn't even use Hogsmore.
16.
16 for Tricky Bob. Okay. And what was yours? Sorry, Hank?
21.
21. Okay, so Hank, you notice some movement going on up in the trees. Tricky Bob, you also see something moving down through the trees, not far from where you are, much, much closer, and coming from the direction that the trail was going. And then you hear this goat comes wandering out, but it looks very unpleasant. It's covered in blood, and you realize that one of its legs is missing.
oh,
Oh.
Stumbling through the snow.
Momo, attack!
No!
I would
can
say
can I cure
Josiah,
a goat?
Oh,
this
hang
would
on, my wife's
be
not.
a good time to sneak away and allow that to be a bit of a kerfuffle for our man to hear and let his guard down a bit.
Aren't you worried about what did that to the goat?
I think it's probably an ogre.
Can we help
Like,
the goat? Can we help the goat? Are we helping the
Yeah, I
goat?
wanna
Or are we
help the
killing the
goat.
goat? Alright.
No, we're helping.
Bob, go
Helping.
help that
Can
goat.
Okay,
medicine?
It
oh,
starts to really stumble and it gets down to the road. It sees you and it
No.
actually comes towards you, which is quite unusual for a goat.
Hank, I'm worried if we leave him, there's something bad's gonna happen.
Something bad's going to happen if we don't take care of this Blackgaurd friend.
Maybe. Can I calm it down with animal handling?
You can try.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
All right,
While
let's go.
while you're doing that, can I do a medicine check to see if I know how to do a tourniquet?
19.
Okay,
Goat's my
the-
best
the-
friend.
The goat is not trying to attack you or anything. I mean, it couldn't anyway, really, but it stands
Oh.
still as you approach it.
Cool.
And
I
it
want to
will now allow you, any of you, to approach it.
yes, medicine. I want to try to use some rope to tie against its missing leg to stop the
Alright.
bleeding.
All right, do it.
Tourniquet style.
Can I assist?
Yep.
Yes,
Hey guys, Hank and
Okay.
I gotta go take a piss.
Go for
go for it.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
looking
whatever.
after a goat.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Bearing in mind, I haven't told Gimbal and Tricky Bob about this
Yeah.
approaching man.
No,
Yeah.
we don't know.
That's fine.
I got a
I'm
13.
going to message them.
13, okay.
Is that with
yeah, so-
advantage?
Yep,
Yes.
that's
yes.
how well I roll.
So
Right.
we'll head off. Let's say maybe like 70 feet
right.
back down the track. So not
You
too
also-
far
Well-
away.
You notice the goat has a bell around its neck as well, by the way.
Oh,
Does it have? I inspect the bell. Oh wait, did we stop
The-
the bleeding?
You do stop the
yeah.
bleeding.
How's it looking?
Good.
You do stop the bleeding. It looks very unpleasant and very sad, this goat. It's not a happy
Can
goat.
I use cure wounds on it?
You can.
Can I cure wounds on?
I say,
Okay,
Tricky
I'll
Bob,
cure
are we
wounds.
naming it? Do you want to name it? We should name it.
Uh,
Oh, man.
okay, yeah, we should.
I
do
was
you
going
wanna
to
call
make
it?
it food, but whatever.
Goatly.
Goliath.
Goliath.
Goat
the
lion. Goat
yeah.
lion.
Goliath the goat.
Goliath. Goliath. Yes, let's go with Goliath. And I inspect the bell.
Okay, the bell is a little bit fucked. It's dented, and the dingy thing inside it, the tongue of the bell,
So
is
is it a-
missing.
Is it attached by a collar?
Yes, it is.
Okay. But it doesn't ring anyway.
Doesn't
Okay.
ring. It's
Anything on the collar?
Yes, you can make an investigation check.
All right.
An inspection check.
Inspection check.
Rectum spectrum.
That's the best roll I'm going to do all night. 19.
19. Okay. Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
It says in common tongue, this goat is the property of Farmer Jack from Belkinard,
Oh,
south. There's a sort of a semi-address that gives you enough information to probably find a farm.
Oh, Goliath, were you abandoned? Poor little goat.
oh, no, this must be Jack's cart.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Which one
Well,
is
is he
Jack's?
looking better?
we should tend to the. Oh, it's cured, right? You cast
Like,
cure wounds on it.
how much did
Yeah,
you heal
yeah.
it for? How many hit points did you?
Oh,
heal it
oops. It would have been 1d8 plus. Oh, did I not roll?
Yeah, just roll for the
Oh, I
heal.
didn't.
Ah,
I thought I rolled.
for? I didn't see
So
you
it
roll.
cost- I got 6.
mhm.
6. Okay. Let's
Now,
see.
just so while they're doing that,
Yep.
and we're trudging off down the path another 70 feet away from these guys, I'm going to tell you what my plan is I'm going to set this snare. You and I are going to be hiding, so we're going to need to use it. We're going to need to be stealthy.
Mhm.
You and I are going to hide on either side of the path.
Stops
I don't
bleeding.
want you to come out.
Yeah,
What stops what?
It stopped the
Oh, he
bleeding.
stops bleeding, right?
he's
Um,
okay now.
I don't want you to
Okay.
come out until I've done. What I'm trying to do is get this fella off his horse and keep him down so that I can have a wee word with him. He doesn't. I don't have a bounty on my head, but you do. So I don't want him to see you unless we have to take him down.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Shall we hide?
Yes, let's hide. But I will also cast snare on the road, where we are.
You've been waiting for a chance to use snare.
Yes.
The goat puts its head down in your hands or in your lap.
Oh.
Aw.
Tricky Bob.
Okay, where can we
Aw.
where can we keep the goat safe here while we
We need to
investigate
take
what
him
did
back
this
to
to the
his
goat?
farm.
No, well, we will, but for now it has to stay here because whatever did this has to be nearby.
No,
Shush, goat.
no.
Okay, all right. We need to go.
Do I have
look-
any food?
Are there
Can I
any
feed him?
are there any trees nearby?
Yes.
Okay,
Covered in
I think
snow.
let's go. Look, I've got to get my hempen rope and tie it around its collar, and then lead it towards, and then tie it around a tree so that it can't
Perception
get away.
checks for everyone, please.
Perception
That's a
check.
three-legged goat. Who typed that in?
Me. Oh my god, Nat 1. I love this
Oof.
goat.
You're really
Look
busy
at
with the
me.
goat.
18.
18. Okay, Tricky Bob. You hear hooves, like, and then they stop.
I hide Goliath behind me. And
No, I'm taking him
I
over to the
try-
tree.
Are you
Come
on
on.
the road?
No, you have to protect him.
Yeah, but
you-
we're already on the way to the tree.
Okay, so the
Protect him
goat's
from what?
off the road?
I don't know
Yes,
anything.
we would.
Something
I was
that
taking
ripped
it
its leg
towards.
off.
With my one perception check, I was pretty focused on the goat, and I was taking it towards the tree to tie it up against the tree so it couldn't get away.
Okay.
Well, it's not gonna get away. It likes us.
Well, no, but like we
But
don't
yes,
want it
just-
wandering.
Or
Like,
Okay.
wandering,
I
wandering
get-
into a fight.
Yeah. No, or like when we go fight the ogres, I don't want to worry about this goat having wandered off into the middle of nowhere, and we're not going to find it again.
Hmm.
And we can't take it with us because no, I like the goat. I'm attached to the goat now. I can't use it as bait.
Yeah, you can't use it as a bait. How long does this last for? Oh, 10 minutes. I was gonna cast Shield of Faith in it, but it doesn't
No.
last long
We'll
enough.
just tie it on a tree. It'll be fine. It'll be fine near the tree. It's got grass, and we won't be long.
Doesn't have a lot of grass.
It'll,
I feel
it's-
worried about the goat.
I've got rations.
Um,
I give it some rations. I'm tying it to this
Oh,
tree.
okay,
Tricky Bob. This
yeah.
is happening.
Right. It's eating your rations out of your hand.
Oh,
It's making
And-
friends with you now, Gimbal.
Also, Tricky Bob's heard that noise. Tricky Bob, you should deal with the noise.
Gimbal, you want to
yes,
make an
yes.
animal
Where's the
handling check?
noise?
Sure.
Me or okay?
You can have advantage. I'm going to assume Tricky Bob's giving you advantage.
Oh, good, because I got another.
Yes.
I rolled another beautiful.
18
one.
something.
There you go.
Oh,
16 plus 1, 17.
Yay!
All right. Excellent. Okay. so
Stay, Goliath.
You've made friends with the goat, you two. Meanwhile, Josiah and Hank, or Hank's vanished.
He's back now.
He's back. All right. So, meanwhile, while Tricky Bob and Gimbal are dealing with goats off stage, Hank and Josiah, you hear the footsteps, the hoofbeats of the horse coming around the hill. And you just see a flicker of movement through some trees, curved, like the road is curving around towards you, and you can see through to the road, through the trees,
Sure.
around the side of the hill. And it stops, the movement stops.
How does he flipping know? I'm gonna get my Hogsmoor to make a noise behind him to fly off
All right.
into the distance behind him,
We're right back.
and then into the trees on the other side.
Okay. One
My
moment.
snare is set.
Just give me a second. Okay, you set your snare.
I've set my snare. I assume he's stopped before he's reached us.
Yep.
Yeah. So I've set my snare. It's on the road in front of him. Oh, by the way, it takes up a little piece of my rope. So I now have only 20 feet. Oh, wait. Yeah, 25 feet of rope. So I've now only got another 25 feet of rope. So I've set my snare, and he's in front of us. Can we see him yet, or is he around a bend?
He's just around the bend.
Okay.
Please.
So I send Hogsmoor towards him over his head and into the forest area behind him.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully he can't see.
All right. You might have to relay that to me again in a second. Just please hold the line. I have to look up
That's fine.
some stuff. I tell you what, guys, you might as well roll initiative now, just in case we need to use it.
All of us, or just those two?
Yeah, all of you.
I don't want to fight the goat.
No.
Initiative, go. Yeah, 11.
Philip's initiative was +7. I'll put that in the chat.
Russ, just
Yeah.
out of humble curiosity, is there much on the Moonbrook? clan in the notes?
No, not
Okay,
much.
cool.
If you want more information, we can talk about it.
Cool. Okay, yeah. Well, just need to know the limitations of what I can make up. Is
Yep.
when you've got Kabbalah and it says like next to Moonbrook, it's got Zane. Is that like the leader of the Moonbrooks?
That is that. So the Kabbalah relates to Zain is the Hebrew letter Zain, which relates to the path Zain on the tree of life, which relates to the tarot card, the lovers, which relates to swords, and there's a whole bunch of stuff relating to
Okay,
that. You
sweet.
can look
All right,
into it if you
interesting.
want. Mostly it's for me to figure out thematic concepts, and not so much for you guys, unless you want to look into that stuff, which is cool too. I love it if you do, but you're not under any obligation to do that. I have some notes which I currently am trying to track down, which is disturbing me.
That's okay. I have a beer.
Please hold the line.
Oh, is that beer? I thought it was like a cocktail or something.
I was reading
Oh yeah, sorry.
Volo's guide the other day, Tim, and there was a gimbal in there.
Is there?
Yeah, a little note.
Nice. Yeah, let me have a look.
Oh,
I see.
Gimble's journal or something like that.
Where was that? Sorry, I missed that.
And Volo's guide.
There's a gimbal in
is it-
Volo's guide.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lazy because it was just a
Yeah.
randomized name.
Ah, now you know where you got it.
No, it was random.
Do you
Yeah,
remember
like
what page it was on?
It was.
Maybe they're using the same randomization program.
About.
Well, it's the names I use
Tag,
from the
I think.
Sanathar's guide. Has a list of random names in the back of it. There's a whole bunch of random name tables for humans and elves and all the different races and blah blah blah. I noticed that even the game Neverwinter, the D&D MMO, uses the same random name generating tables.
Or Wizards of the Coast stuff, huh?
I found it.
Yeah.
I found it. So it's he's a treasure hunter who makes notes on certain things like Kenku and
The Kenku, that was
Oh,
it.
that's where it was.
Furbolg.
Yeah, it was
Mm.
Kenko. Yeah.
What are you drinking, Phil?
He just
One of
shot
these
it.
little jobbies.
No, I can't. I've never seen
Ooh,
it
yucky.
before. Oh, is that
we
Deep
still need to
Creek?
do the pub tour
Yeah,
before I
Deep
leave.
Creek. One of the
Next
perks
week,
of my
is it?
job is I get a lot of free beer. I have
Here I
a
am
fridge full
paying for
of.
mine like a sucker.
Oh man, I usually actually don't get that much, but this week I got a small hoard of it. I'm doing like a write up for the Glengarry Wines wine letter next month. So I contacted all of the people that I'm writing for, and they're like, "Yeah, man, have a 6-pack. Yeah, have a couple
Nice.
beers."
Very nice.
Very nice.
It's
We knew a
Stupid amount
guy
of
who
beer.
worked at Steam, and he.
Oh, great.
Oh.
Yeah, good
they
beers.
would just
Epic and
take rejects off the line. That was
Yeah.
their allowance.
yeah.
So,
Awesome.
like he just.
What is a
dropped the box.
reject though?
So anything with a
If it's
mislabel, an
underfilled.
underfill, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
generally.
So it's not
Well, I
poison.
used to get that at the Green Man Brewery down in Dunedin. We used to
Yeah.
get that as well, but that beer sucked. So
Yeah, that was the carbon neutral, like the fully recycled thing. They went out of business.
yeah, they
The
did.
guy from Eagle Brewing, we met him when we were down at Christchurch.
Oh, David.
Yeah, he called
He
him.
was
Oh, do you guys know
actually quite
everybody?
nice.
He called him an asshole.
Well, he's a funny guy. I've known David for a long time. He's a weirdo. Man.
Yeah.
He's nice at first, but he's strange. He's also under fire at the moment.
Yes,
As you
yeah,
can
we
see
saw.
that.
We saw.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama.
the
Yeah, it
social
was
media
a.
post.
Yeah.
was very
why,
risque,
why,
though.
I don't know why he did that. I mean, he
You
was
do-
always
Yeah.
weird. Honestly,
What'd
he
he
was
do?
always strange, but
Made some
You don't-
off-color comments about Māori, I think.
why would you put that on social
Oh.
media? You
Mm.
know,
And also, who has anything against them? They seem great.
By and
Right,
large, you know, they are
everything
great.
I've read about
But
them.
some douchebags have delusions of privilege. You know, let's not get into it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll
but
show
David's
Keep it light.
David's very English
Well,
in some ways.
Oh, we're up and about. I'll show you this. That we
Oh, come on.
see this poster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's a craft. It's got all the craft breweries in New Zealand on.
Ah, wow.
that
How
recent?
old is it? Yeah.
So we went. That was like
craft's pretty new.
2019. So we went for a road trip and drove up and down the country, and got it
Pretty
signed at
recent.
every location we went to.
That's pretty awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
Probably half of them are out of business now.
you know what? I had a I had a fella come in, one of our reps from Moet. He's just started there. He used to rep for Verve, Champagne guy, I guess. But he was asking us, I don't know if Moet's got anything to do with Lion, but he was asking us if we're seeing any Lion reps come in, and it strikes me we haven't. I mean, I don't know if they don't go to the stores. They probably just deal with our head office guys.
They do.
Okay,
They love going to stores and rearranging people's displays and putting
Yeah, but they
Steinlager
don't
at
with
the
us. They
center.
don't.
There's only 2 beer ambassadors left in the country.
It's not the ambassadors that do it. It's the salespeople.
Okay.
If you go through the social media part of our front page, there's a lot of them.
All right, I think.
I'll
Like,
see.
what's that, Russ?
I'm
All
back.
right, that's us.
Nice.
No more shop talk.
Sorry to
Good
keep
talk.
you all. My apologies. Okay, so Hank, what was your initiative?
Whopping 7.
Nice.
7. Josiah.
Oh, I can't even. 22. Yeah.
Wow.
Oof.
Yeah,
Gimbal.
right.
Mine was just a. Ooh, wait, where did it go? 11.
11. Tricky Bob.
15.
15. Okay.
Last again. I'm real bad at these initiative ones.
Okay, cool. All right, so the guy comes to a stop around the corner. You've left your trap there, right? Your snare.
That's right.
Okay. And all right. The horse, because he's still on the horse, he starts going quite slowly forward.
Right.
And what
We're
can you read out
stealthing, by
the
the way.
you're going to roll stealth then.
We will roll stealth. Yeah, we're hiding.
We were hidden, but we
Alright,
can roll stealth again.
Let's have that stealth check, please.
Right.
Flaccid 20.
Oh, you did better than me.
Wow. All right, Josiah is a ninja.
15.
15. Okay, you're pretty much a ninja. All right.
Right.
You can see. Yep.
When I'm looking at, because I'm using natural dice, and I'm looking at my skills, and it says +8 next to it. That's just a D20 +8, right? There's nothing else I add.
Yep.
It does it all for me with that
That's right,
that
yeah.
modifier there. Yep. Okay.
+8 is a lot.
Yes, I know.
Huge.
What else did you want? Okay,
plus
so
20,
Just
is
making
it?
sure. It's not for the stealth so much. It's more for the smaller, less.
all right. So does he get a saving throw? Does his horse get a saving throw against the snare?
It does actually. I've got the So there's a few saving throws actually.
All
So
right,
strap in.
that's good.
So the trap is nearly invisible, requiring right. So to see the trap. So say
Uh-huh.
if your man wanted to see the trap,
Mhm.
he could make a successful investigation check against my DC.
Okay, what's your DC?
So I think it's 12, but I'm gonna double check that.
Would he have to be looking for it then? Like if it was just, I guess he would be.
Where's my DC? DC spells. Oh, here we go. Yeah, 12.
Okay. Well, oddly enough, he seems to have stopped right next to the trap.
Intelligence check, right?
For him
Yeah,
or for you?
no, for him.
What's this for?
No, I mean that was his intelligence modifier.
Right.
Okay, just checking,
Yeah.
In case you tried to dexterity me.
I mean,
Yeah.
initially I made a wisdom check actually, and rolled 17. Because
I
that
mean,
was
they still would have
that's
done it anyway.
perception. But investigation, I rolled an 18. So there you go.
All right. Okay.
So he
Um,
basically he gets off the horse at that point, and you see through the trees, you can see the figure tying up the horse. He slings his shield off his back and draws his sword.
All right.
Okay.
Do
I'm
I
gonna
recognize
message
him?
Josiah. I'm gonna message Josiah. I'm gonna say, because I've got message, and I'm gonna say, okay. So it seems we've been rumbled. He's stopped right outside where our trap is. I reckon we wait until he carries on down the track, and then spring attack him.
Okay. I obviously can't reply. Oh, can I reply?
You can actually.
Yes, you can.
Then I'll just like, yep, sounds like a plan.
Okay, cool. I'm also
I-
going to message Gimbal and Tricky Bob and say, hey, funny story. Blackguard's on the way to see you guys. Me and Josiah are going to ambush him
It is
because they're within.
Blackgaurd, though?
We're only 70 feet away, and it works up to 120
He
feet.
Did you
also
guys
has-
meet Goliath?
He has a crossbow too now.
All right, cool. So
what?
Josiah, what were you saying?
I just want to like, I recognize him. It's the Blackgaurd from yesterday.
You can't tell. It's too far away at this point.
Okay.
There's a good chance he does look like the right size.
And he's wearing Blackgaurd armor.
Yep.
All right, that's good enough for me.
Mm.
All right, so you warned us. So this guy's on it. There's a guy coming down the road.
Up the
Well,
road.
how far away
the
is
road.
Goliath from the road? We need
He's
to
with
need to
us.
like maybe. Okay.
saying-
Is Goliath the goat?
Goliath is the
Yep.
goat. Goliath currently is 30 to 40 feet off the road. Is my guess.
Probably
Is that
making
about
noise as
right?
well, right?
Yeah.
No,
he's a loud
good boy.
boy.
He's quiet.
He's not
Um,
quiet. He's
he's
not very
not
good at
quiet.
stealth.
No. All right.
Can I try to calm him down?
Yeah, you can try and calm him down. You can make another animal
All right.
handling check.
While you're doing that, I'm going to walk
Alright,
out onto the
19.
road.
Okay, Gimbal walks out onto the road.
hmm My shield's out, but my
16.
sword is still in its sheath.
Okay. What was the animal handling check?
16.
16. Okay. Goliath goes quiet, starts licking your
Yeah.
hand.
hmm
Ah, he's lovely.
What
Alright.
did Josiah and I see? What's he up
So
to?
how far forward are you guys? How like you guys
Like
move
70 feet.
forward, or
We're
you-
70 feet from each other. I
70
mean,
feet?
Josiah and I are 70 feet from Gimbal and Tricky Bob.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're further back. Okay, so you see the guy walking up the side of the road. He looks like he's being quite cautious. He's taking it quite slowly. He's peering around through the trees. He hasn't seen you, obviously, because your stealth checks were pretty high. He's got the crossbow in front of him. He's looking down at the ground as he moves forward. He moves forward like 10 feet at a time. And he moves up to the trees, and then he starts moving through the trees in order to cut the corner of the road.
Hank, what do you reckon we do?
Has he moved past us? Like, is he closer now to Gimbal and Tricky Bob than we were?
No, he's still closer to you.
Yeah.
He hasn't,
Okay.
hasn't moved past you yet.
All right,
He's
I would
approaching
like-
you guys now, though. He's about probably 50 feet from you.
Okay. Tell you what. I'm gonna message Josiah and say, let's just keep waiting until he moves past us so we can get a good shot at his back.
Okay.
I say we take him out.
All right.
No,
Yeah,
I was intending on capturing him and torturing him for information. I mean,
we can
just capturing him and
rummage through
asking him
his
some
things,
things.
and I'm sure we'll discover something about him.
Yeah, right.
He's
That's what I
now
think too.
coming up towards the two of you, but he's between you guys. How far apart are you? Are you together? or-
Either
I'd
side
say
of the
we're
road,
about
I thought.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how wide is the road?
Well, the road itself is like 20, 25 feet, including sort of spaces on either side of it.
All right. So I'd say we're probably about 25 feet apart.
But
So like,
he's not on the road now. He's
Ah.
he's going up through the trees to cut the corner of the road.
Ah,
yeah. So we're like in.
I think he's closer to you than
I
he
need a
was to
drawing.
me.
I needed like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
What about the little table?
Yeah.
Where how are we doing
Yeah,
this?
here we go. A little table time. All right. So I messaged Josiah. Say, hey, look, if it turns out he rumbles me, I want you to attack him.
All right.
Because then at least you'll get surprise.
Okay, so Tricky Bob's just quieted the goat while I've walked out onto the road with my shield just to
Mhm.
see who's coming. Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so the road comes.
Part of me just wants to see the goat take some collateral damage so that Tricky Bob goes Super Saiyan 2.
No.
I'm pretty sure we've protected that goat pretty thoroughly. That goat is
Yes.
fine. Goliath is safe.
Each square here is 20 feet, okay?
I'm gonna make him a prosthetic leg at some point. Wooden leg.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so good.
Yes.
Oh, and which leg is he? I was picturing the back left
I was
leg.
picturing
Me
the back.
too.
Yeah,
Like left.
back
left
like
works
it's
for me.
rear left side leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's not too bad, like because it could still use his two front ones, so I can still get around. We're gonna need to check for
Yeah.
genitals as well. I just don't
Probably
want to keep calling it a he
nude.
if it's a girl. We
Goliath
name it
is,
prematurely.
Goliath is a unisex name.
Is it?
So,
Gilly,
yeah.
Let's call it
Absolutely.
Goliath.
Golly.
I could be Goliath.
Tricky bar.
Wow.
Goliatha. Goliathina.
Tricky bar,
Okay,
and
okay.
Gimbal, you guys are on the road over
Mhm.
here. The dude is
The dude.
somewhere here coming through these trees now.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, he's close to you then, I imagine.
I think he's probably closer to me.
Very
And
close
we're
to
on
you
either
guys.
side of the road.
Yeah,
Other side of the road.
yeah,
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 yeah.
And that tank there, yep.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm sort of like behind a tree.
All right, so Hank, he's
Yeah.
20, 40 feet away from you, coming up.
He's 40
on-
feet. All right.
Yeah, coming up on your right-hand side.
All right, cool.
Alright.
And
Oh.
his hang on a second, Gibble. I got one thing.
Mhm.
His horse is just tethered, right?
Yeah.
Or is it just standing there?
It's standing here.
Okay. So you remember I sent Hogsmoor out behind him?
Okay, so Hogsmoor is like over here.
Out behind the horse though, because he
behind the
was behind the
horse?
horse. Yeah.
How's
Yeah,
that?
there we go. That's more like it. So I want Hogsmoor now. My familiar can't attack. That's
Yeah.
one thing they can't do. But I would like Hogsmoor to attempt to spook the horse.
Okay.
So
Isn't
Maybe
it like
it's
a
a-
really tiny
Gonna
owl?
make a
yeah, it's
an
tiny.
animal handling or an intimidation check from Hogsmoor using his
Hogsmoor.
stats.
What's animal handling stat?
That would be wisdom.
Wisdom. All right. Well, I'm going to go with animal handling. 14.
Okay. All right, you spook the horse and it starts running up the road.
Right.
So in the space of 6 seconds, it gets to about here.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. Now, what effect does that have on old jerk mate?
He looks back over his shoulder and he whistles and he makes an animal handling check. Which is going to be
Okay. While he does that, can I stealthily cast a spell on myself? A cantrip?
Yep. Well, depending on what
as
it
long
is.
as it doesn't have a somatic component, I suppose. Where did I just put it?
Even if it does, you could do it probably quite quietly.
Okay. I'd like to cast True Strike. And it is
Okay.
only somatic, in fact.
Okay, so you whisper a few words.
Yeah.
Under
Oh,
your
verbal
breath.
is no. Somatic is.
Somatic is this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So I don't actually have to whisper. I can just cast True Strike on myself. Do you know what that does?
Gives you some bonuses to attack stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. Gain advantage on my first attack roll against the target.
Right. Okay.
Cool. And it only lasts for one round. So while old mate is fussing about his horse.
The horse starts coming towards him through the trees now.
Okay, cool. I'm going to
Puts his hand out
draw-
to it, and the horse starts coming towards his hand.
I'm going to draw my short bow and fire off a shot at him.
Right. Roll to hit.
We have established this guy as the Blackgaurd, right?
Yeah.
He's wearing black
I'm going hell for
'Cause
leather. This guy, he's probably the Blackguard, and
Alright, well,
he's
Gibble
following
still
us,
hasn't then.
and he avoided my trap. And I'm
Maybe
a
he was
bit
hunting
pissed off at
ogres.
him,
Anyway.
Right. And what did you roll to hit?
So I haven't rolled yet. I'm just checking my short bow hit.
You can have advantage to roll this. Well, you already get advantage because you've got.
I've got Hogsmoor, right? Does
Well,
Hogsmoor help?
no,
You're
but
attacking
you've
from
got your
hiding.
Oh, because
Your
I've got
spell.
surprise, right?
your spell.
Oh
You
yeah, yeah,
focus
true
your-
strike.
you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
cast it.
I just cast it for that very reason.
Right,
All right,
true
cool. So
strike.
first one was 14, and second roll is 50. So wait, plus 6, 13. Yeah, so 14
14.
to hit.
You hit
Yeah.
his shield.
Ah,
Oh.
dick.
And he looks around and he tries to hide behind a tree.
Okay, well, I'm still hidden, right?
You're still hidden.
Okay, cool.
I know you're there, he calls out.
What do you want?
We shall
I
see.
call it.
Who are
No.
you? Whom do I address?
I'm a sneaky owl.
I think not, sir.
I might be. You don't know.
He looks around. Where's your owl right now? Is it? It's just spooked the horse. What did it do
It's
after
just
that?
spooked the horse. I'm gonna send it. Where's the? Oh yeah, here we go. So he was over there by the horse. I'm gonna send it over by Josiah. So behind the tree by Josiah. Yeah. Here we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. I see your owl.
No, you don't.
Why don't you surrender? I'll
Why?
let you live.
No, you won't.
I will.
I would
you
like
have
to
my
roll.
word.
I'd like to see if I'd like to try and insight this fella to see
All right.
what I know about him.
All right. You can
Yeah.
try. Yep. Go for it.
All right, thank you. What's my insight, by the way? I think my insight's actually quite high. Insight. Plus 0. I thought insight was intelligence.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom's insight.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. 12 insight.
Sounds like he's telling the truth.
Ah, shit. Josiah's still hidden.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna bear with me. I'm gonna dash out from my hiding place and run towards the cart towards Gimbal and Tricky Bob.
All right.
So I'm using dash
All right. So
because
you,
I haven't used a bonus action. So I'm dashing as a bonus action using my cunning action.
all right. You're dashing using. Yep. Okay. And where are you dashing to exactly? To.
And I'm dashing noisily, by the way.
Okay.
Like I'm under no. I'm not trying to hide anymore. I'm like, and I'm running
Which direction are you running?
towards Gimbal and Tricky Bob. So
So you just
further
turn
down
around
the
and
line.
start boom, 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 you're running this way. Okay. So
That's right. That's right.
How far can you dash?
30,
60 feet?
60, yeah.
60 feet. Yeah.
20.
So I'm about 10 feet away from them now, I suppose.
Yep. You're right up on these guys. Yep. So they see you come.
I raise an
flying out of
eyebrow.
He
That's right.
comes flying out of the trees, out of the snowy trees, covered in snowflakes and snow dust and stuff.
All right.
That's right.
I
Looking
draw
a
my
little
sword and-
flustered.
I draw my sword. And what are we doing? What are we doing? What is going on? Hank,
Yeah.
Hank, come on. What's happening?
He messaged us, right?
Yes, I
There's
messaged
Blackgaurd
you.
coming.
I told you
Okay.
that there's blackguards coming.
All
I said,
right.
okay.
And
All right.
As
well,
I get there,
I pull out my bow and
I
arrow.
as I get
ready.
there, I message Gimbal. No, I message Tricky Bob as I'm running. As a cantrip. Can I still do that? Is that
I think you just shout. I mean, she's close enough to
Right.
hear.
no? Because
She
I
had
don't
to
want the
scream
other
at
Shout
fella
to
to
me, and she will hear it.
I don't want the other fella to hear. So I message Tricky Bob. I say, all right, Josiah's still hidden, and I want him to be able to get some sort of a sneaky attack on this dude too. Some sort of. So,
He's the goat.
but he's probably coming.
Goliath.
So be aware.
I nod with my eyes. Squint.
Yep. I ready my bow and arrow.
All right, Josiah, what are you doing?
Yep.
throughout this?
Do you guys want to take
I'm
cover?
still hiding. I'm just gonna ready my my hand crossbow.
You've got a hand crossbow. I want a hand crossbow. Okay,
That was my default gear.
All right.
Isn't a hand crossbow like less though? Does it do like only very little damage?
Fuck all.
1d6,
Yeah.
but it's all right.
It's little.
26.
Yeah.
So the same as a short bow.
Yeah, crossbow hand.
I thought crossbow.
But you have to
hand
reload
crossbow
it.
was
You have to
different
spend
from-
an action to reload it.
Do you know?
Okay.
But you can use it as an offhand weapon in the first round of combat.
Yeah.
But then you would have to drop it probably because you wouldn't. You have
Cool
to
trick,
use it for
though.
anything.
Poison darts. Dark elves love them.
So, okay. Hank, you get to these guys. The dude is still in the trees behind you.
Oh, motherfucker.
What?
He's not following you.
I keep my eyes peeled and watch the forest line.
I even blew raspberries in his face.
Even raspberries. Even
He-
raspberries.
He
Even raspberries.
predicted the snare, so he must. He's ain't his first rodeo.
Yeah.
I just say, show yourself
you mean
and
the
we'll go
Blackgaurd?
easy on you.
This has been pretty off the cuff, though. It's not like these are like conventional methods. So,
Mm.
never mind.
We've got bigger fish to fry.
He rolled good. He did roll good dice.
Okay. I'm not sure we do have much big. Well, I mean, physically bigger fish to
we've
fry. You're
got-
probably right.
anyway,
there, Nicole.
I've got my bow drawn. I'm just surveying the tree line to see if I see anything. And if I do, then I'm taking a shot.
Okay.
You hear
I'm gonna find some cover behind.
Josiah!
There's a wagon nearby. right?
Josiah? Where are you, Josiah? I know you're here amongst them.
I'm gonna message Josiah. and be like,
I remain quiet.
Don't
Tricky
tell him
Bob.
anything.
Your names are echoing around here. The echo in the chat actually works quite well for this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tricky Bob, Stoneheart. You hear your name from the trees.
I mean, I messaged Tricky Bob again. I say, look, I know he's saying your name.
This is
He
still the
has no-
Blackguard, right? Just one.
He has no
Mhm.
real jurisdiction here.
Yes. I think we already discussed that, right? That they're not
Right.
really okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just very protective of Goliath right now, so I don't really want to
Okay.
give anything up to this dude.
Come and
I'd like
talk
to-
with me.
All right. I just shout, I'll talk with you. I am perfectly rational.
That must be Gimbal.
Yes. On the road. Come out onto the road.
Usana mentioned you.
Wait, who?
Oh, Osama?
How is she?
Oh,
She's
Are you a friend?
alive.
Yes.
Romance.
Yes.
You
Thanks
let
to
her
us.
go.
Thanks to us.
It was good of you to
Mm,
let her go.
Thank you. We're
It
willing
could
to
have
do the
been-
same for you.
Excellent. Perhaps we should talk.
Absolutely. Come out.
You know, there's a bounty on your
Mm.
heads.
Are you here for the bounty?
I'm here to talk to you about it.
Oh, if you're willing to talk, fine. Yeah, come on out. Come out. Come out. I lower my bow.
I reckon we should. We should give him a chance in that case if he's not looking to attack us.
He,
Can
I'm not going to kill
Like-
Lucinol's brother.
he carefully steps out of the tree line, but he looks like he's got his shield up and he's ready to block anything and
Right,
or
okay.
run.
I don't see a crossbow, do I?
There is a crossbow. But he's holding it up vertically though.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Like, I put my arrow away, sling my bow over my shoulder, but and pick up my shield and have it in my hand.
He leans the crossbow on his shoulder.
Your name? You've got all of us at a disadvantage. Well, just me. No one else is here. At a
where are you?
disadvantage.
Like compared to everyone else?
My name
There's
is
a sneaky little
Dayrath.
owl around.
Dagarath.
Dayrath.
Dayrath.
Rael Van Dier.
Sure.
I'm just gonna call you Day. Okay.
Call me
Dayrath.
what you will, sir.
Dayrath.
I
Dayrath's
call
pretty-
you
no, Dayrath is-
Gimbal.
Good call. All right.
Where's
Now-
Josiah?
Oh, don't. We'll just talk to me first. We'll discuss the others once we've come to some kind of a understanding.
I understand you're hunting ogres.
Yes. Yes. Would you care to help?
Possibly.
Good. All the help we can get, really. And I just shut. Hank, are you being? Where are you?
I go.
Whoo, whoo, whoo,
All
whoo.
right. Okay. No.
Hank,
Let's
where do you
let's
go?
discuss
Because
this. We can
last I
discuss this
knew,
by rational people.
Hank ran up to meet with Tricky Bob and Gimbal.
I did. I tried to tell you, but
Oh.
there was too many voices going on. But I'm
You
looking for
stealthing?
cover.
Okay, stealth check.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, Dayrath, so you can I assume have you
10.
followed? Have you followed us out here, or have you come out here for the ogre?
I used up all my good dice.
Oh, I came for you.
Can I recognize him? Does he look like the guy? Is he the guy that was at the tavern?
He is the guy that was at the tavern.
Okay. All right. So what can we do to make this all go away? It's a misdemeanor. It's a little, it's a bump in our road. We got caught up. We got caught up in a
Well, it's a very
shady
complicated
business.
situation.
just a
You
bit.
see, this is not my jurisdiction, as you're probably aware.
Right.
There is a bounty on your heads, and
There is.
if you were to pay me that bounty, I would be more than happy to leave.
But
How much is the bounty?
but just hear me out, Dayrath. So if we pay this bounty to you,
Yes, sir.
we still have the bounty on our heads.
Yes, but I will not be here looking for it. And I will even go so far as to actively distract others from looking here for you.
Are you a Blackgaurd? Dayrath? I inspect him. I look him over.
Okay, can you make an investigation check?
Yes.
Can I send my Hogsmoor to give him a hand?
Yeah, sure.
Flat 13.
Can you explain how you're going to give him a hand?
So-
with Al?
I can hear this going on, right?
Mhm.
Between Gimbal and what's his face?
Yeah.
Daygrath.
Dayrath.
Dayrath. As in the
D-A-E.
wrath of night wrath.
Daereth. Dayrath.
D-A-E-T.
Daer. Jesus Christ! Hang on, I'm going to copy it for you guys. Otherwise
I've already
you'll
written
never
it
get
in.
this
There
far.
we go.
Thank
Done.
you.
Yeah.
R-E-T-H there. It's underneath Goliath, the three-legged goat.
I already put the celebrity lookalike in as well.
Dayrath. Okay.
Oh, hang on. I want to level with
Cool.
that. But anyway, go on.
I've got so many words scribbled out now. Dayrath, Dagrath.
Dag
Okay,
rat.
so yeah. So I hear all of this going on.
Yep.
And I think it'd probably be a good idea, seeing as all of my plans have failed so far, to bring Hogsmoor closer to myself. And as soon as I hear that Gimbal actually Gimbal isn't okay, no, that's not going to work because I don't know that Gimbal is investigating him.
No, just kind of looking at him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your investigation
Hmm.
check?
It was a 13.
13. His armor looks like Blackguard armor, but it's very specific. You've never seen this specific armor before.
Okay. Well, tell me, Dayrath, are you on good terms with Usanar?
Good terms, I suppose. She's not my commanding officer, though.
Okay. So paying you off would simply mean that we don't get hunted in this area.
That's correct. For a while.
And now, would you need the bounty of all of us, or would you be happy with just taking the bounty of one or two?
We could negotiate that.
And would you help with the ogres?
Sure, but I would take some of the portion of the funds.
We
for
don't
that
need
too.
it.
Okay, no. Okay. Tell
I
you what,
sent a
we'll-
message to Gimbal. I'm like, no,
No.
get rid of him.
I shake my head. All right. If you're willing, we'll meet you back in the city. I don't have any money. I am literally broke, so I don't have any money that I can give you as a deposit, for instance. But we need to go. We'll sort these ogres out. We'll come back. We'll have a bit of money. Then we can then negotiate a hidey fee.
Okay.
You sure you don't want help with the ogres?
Hang on. I accidentally hit my volume. Say again.
You sure you don't want help with the ogres?
Send another message to Gimbal. No, get rid of him.
No. I think we're good. We're good.
All right.
I just don't want to lose it because we got to pay you, and it just feels like I'm going to be losing a lot of. I've got no money left, and
I also go, cool, go away. Cool,
and the owl told me no. Anyway,
From my hiding spot.
He looks quite amused by this whole owl business.
I want to take a shot.
Oh, really? You're
Oh.
going to take a shot?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
all right. Well, let's see how this goes.
Yep.
Okay, roll the hit.
Okay.
You can have advantage because you're shooting from secret.
wouldn't that increase our bounty?
I mean,
Probably.
out of character,
Yeah.
it's all dependent, really. If the guy goes missing,
16.
they have to investigate him.
16
Yeah.
hits.
Okay. And that's a sneak attack as well.
Damn.
Damn it, Hank!
I go, cool. Fuck you, Gimbal. Cool.
All right. Well,
All right, that's a 5 for the first hit. And then where's my sneaker down? Oh, this thing gets in the way, doesn't it? And 2d6.
You notice that he's wearing a kind of studded leather armor rather than plate like the other Blackguards.
Mother sucker.
Means he's fancy.
So that was
Oh.
eight, 8 all up.
And he also has a better armor class than 12.
probably. Probably.
Well, I
Okay,
started
so
with
that was a
this-
total of what? How much? 13
8.
damage?
I think it was 8.
8?
Yep.
It told me that you rolled 10 damage on D&D Beyond.
That's shank,
First,
yeah.
plus
Let
3.
me have a look. That
10
can-
hit, and then a sneak attack of +3.
Oh,
so
why did I use
13.
the shank? Sorry, that was meant to be the crossbow.
Ah.
Hang on. Oh, fuck's sake.
Figure it out, damn it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
All right,
All right, that first one was 9. There we go.
9. Okay, so
Yeah.
9 plus 3, was it?
Yeah,
So
yep.
it's a total of 12. 12 damage. Okay, cool. All right, at which point initiative begins. Josiah, it's your turn again.
Oh, there we go.
Damn.
He starts turning around to face you though, because he just got shot in the back.
Yes, yeah. And I'm standing
Ooh.
up full full
Literally
pose
feel
like
sorry
that,
for this
just so
guy,
he
actually.
can see me. And then how far from me is he?
20, 40. Where did we put him? He's there. He's about 40 feet from you.
I wouldn't be able to get close enough. Can I use my bonus action to start with? Can
To
I-
what?
Oh, because I have
You can use bonus action whenever you like, I think.
yeah, all right. So cutting action to dash to him.
Yep, you can do that.
Yeah, and then I'll attack him with my guard shank.
But hang on. Did you not? Okay, so you're using your bonus action first,
Yeah.
and then you're going to attack him. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah,
You can do that.
So I can dash to get to him.
Okay,
That's an 23.
23. Far out, you hit.
Yep.
Nice. Roll your damage.
And that's an 8
And an 8.
plus 5.
13.
Yep.
Wow.
Shit, dude.
So you
You're
just did
murdering
like
this guy.
20. You just did 25 points damage to this guy,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, cool.
And then I'm saying, here's where Josiah is.
This is
Bob.
the South Wall. South Side.
Tricky Bob, what are you going to do?
I will not come out of the bushes. I don't want to participate in this. I
Just
don't
like the
want my
goat.
bounty to. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit by my goat, and I am very disappointed.
Nah.
All right.
All right,
Aw.
Gimbal.
Next.
Gimbal, what are you doing?
All right. At this point, I would. Well, so Josiah's just charged in at this guy.
Yeah.
All right. So I would say fuck, and pull out my sword and charge at him.
Poor choice, he responds. He rolls ahead.
So,
You charge.
yeah.
Thing is, in for a penny, in for
Go.
a pound at this point, lads.
All right.
And lady.
17 to hit.
Mm,
Okay. All right, technically, I can probably want to move him up slightly.
I'd like to send a message to Josiah. Can I do that, or is that going to take
Uh,
like a
action
That'll be your
bonus
next.
action?
That's your action, or a
All right,
bonus
okay,
action on
cool.
your turn. But that will be the next round.
One action. Damn, that's one
one-
action.
You're one turn away. So Gimbal, roll to hit.
17.
17 hits. Do your damage.
D6 plus 3. Naturally, I roll a 1. 4 damage with my sword.
Four damage.
I only use my bonus action
Yep.
to get Momo to get in on this.
Okay.
So let's have a look here. Momo.
Is Momo a badger?
Yes, Momo is a badger. I took
Okay.
inspiration from you
A
guys. I made him a
deadly
badger.
attack
Good choice.
badger.
Amazing badger.
Good choice.
So let's have a look here. So charge. So if the beast moves at least 20 feet straight towards the target and then
Yep.
hits it with a maul attack,
Mhm.
target takes an extra 1d6 slashing damage,
Right.
and must do a dex strength saving throw and be knocked prone.
Okay.
So his
Knock it
is
prone.
1d8 plus 2 plus.
You have to roll a hit
Unfortunate.
first, don't you?
Yep. I'm just trying to figure out how it calculates it. Okay,
Alright.
so 1d. Okay, hit. Go. Oh. 18 without any
Wow.
pluses.
Okay, that hits.
All right, so then it is 1d8 and 1d6.
So he's making a dex saving throw.
Yes, one sec. I'll do damage first because I'm new to the whole pet thing. So it's 1d8 and 1d6,
Uh-huh.
which is 9 damage plus he does
Fucking
plus
Badger did
2,
9 damage.
plus 2,
11 damage.
and then plus
Badger?
my proficiency bonus, which
Jeez.
is plus another 2.
So that's like
11 damage slashing.
Jesus.
And
Splashing.
slashing.
Oh, slashing.
Sorry.
Splashing.
Wow.
A million
Tomato
claws.
Wait.
His dex saving throw is a 24, so he does
Yeah,
not
he
get
saves.
knocked
It's
prone.
yeah, it's only a DC 12.
Yeah. Okay, so Hank, unless you got
I'm
any,
still-
that was your bonus action. Yeah. Okay, Hank.
Yeah.
I'm
So
done.
I'm still hidden, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send a message to Josiah instead of attacking this guy. I'm gonna send a message to Josiah. And I'm gonna say, "Look, mate, how about we try and not kill him? Just try and knock him out, or something else, but try not to kill him. He was willing to negotiate with us. I feel like having a Blackgaurd could be quite useful, even if it's only a, even if we have to keep paying for it. How much money, is money really an object in this setting that we're in?
Exactly.
I'll take a note of that.
Okay. And then I have no other real
Bonus
actions that I can
actions?
do, to be
No,
honest.
that's it.
I could send Hogsmoor to do something, but
That'd be a bonus action though, wouldn't it?
do I not have my bonus
Oh,
action?
you've got a bonus action. You used that was an action to speak, right?
That's right. Message is an
Right,
action.
message, right? Okay.
Yeah. So with my bonus action, I would then can I use that as a bonus action to tell my familiar to do stuff?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm allowing it
Okay, thank you.
today.
I would say Hogsmoor moves over to Tricky Bob because she's quite nearby, but she's hiding, right? I'm not sure if she's
Yeah.
stealthing, but she's not out of the trees. So I'm going to send Hogsmoor over to Tricky Bob, and he's just sort of waiting around.
All right, so Hogsmoor.
Oh, I think I need to roll initiative for Hogsmoor as well, actually.
He can just go on your turn. He can just go on your turn.
Okay,
It's easier
okay,
that
cool.
way for
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah. I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's better.
Okay, so Hogsmoor is over there. Excellent. Daireth. So who's next to Daireth? He's got
Me.
Hank,
Me and Jimbo.
Josiah,
Oh,
me,
Josiah
and my
and-
badger.
Josiah, Gimbal, and Badger. Okay, so Badger as well.
Badger.
and-
Badger.
Badger,
Okay.
mushroom.
Right, so with his longsword, he hits Josiah. He does 11 points of damage, Josiah. Then he goes for the badger with his second attack. He
Fiend.
hits the badger for
Oh, hang on. Well, oh no, you probably have. No, fair.
10 points of damage to the badger. Is the badger alive?
Yeah, no. The primal companion has 5 hit points per ranger level.
Right, so he's got like 15.
Oh, wait. What just happened? My whole thing just broke.
Yeah, so
Hang
did
on.
mine. Did you get the whoops, we rolled
no.
one.
Yeah, I think the servers just crashed.
Oh yeah, it has.
Oh, really?
Oh no.
What server?
No, hang on.
D&D
It's back up. It's
Beyond.
back up. It's back up.
Oh,
Almost.
D&D Beyond.
Sorry, no, he has 25 health, like is the automatic calculated thing.
Okay.
It's like 5 plus or 5 times. I don't know.
Alright.
how it
Is
works.
Gimbal taking damage?
And his
No,
third attack is to you, Gimbal,
Bring it.
which he misses.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, Josiah, it's your turn.
Okay. How does he look?
Looks fine.
He looks fine.
Yeah.
Ah,
Jeez.
Looks like he's going to kill you. Looks pissed. He looks betrayed.
Aw.
Well, that's understandable.
A bounty hunter.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
waiting
mean,
for my page.
he's
Yeah,
just-
that's a good
just-
point,
He
actually.
just,
You know,
I'm beyond reasoning now. He just attacked Momo and also Josiah.
And also it's Josiah. But mostly
Yeah, but it's gonna be
Momo.
worse off
Mostly
for us
Momo.
if we kill him.
Why?
Because
We'll
gonna
discuss it.
investigate it.
We'll discuss that later. We'll
I'm
discuss
just
that later.
waiting for my D&D Beyond
What
to
could
reload.
possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I'm still frozen. I'm still frozen on this.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate timing.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate.
Ah,
Tim.
hang on, I want to check out if it's on my phone.
mine's. I haven't. I'm not interacting with my D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I
I'm
haven't
not
done
gonna
anything
try,
yet, so
and I don't want to try.
And you can roll. You can use physical dice if you want, if you've got them.
I can't remember my character sheet.
I can tell you what your
see?
stats are. I've got your character sheet. in
Okay,
front of
good.
me.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Alright.
That'll work. It's done. I've got
Alright,
dice.
well, hang on. I'm gonna go get manual dice then.
Well, I'm gonna get a drink.
Manual dice. I love manual dice.
Manual dice.
In fact,
Right.
if you guys want to take a break of 2 minutes or something and grab a drink or something,
Yeah, that'll
Sounds
do.
good.
That'll work.
I might do the same.
Tricky Bob. Let's have a powwow.
yeah. Powwow.
I have, I take a little issue with this killing of the Blackguard now. You know, I
Yeah.
have pretty loose morals as it is as a thief, as a rogue. But yeah, the guy was offering some help, and I don't feel like we're a murderous group. You know,
No, yeah, I don't want to murder hobo. So
exactly. Me neither.
I reckon there's definitely something we can do. Because I've got hold person. Oh man, I wish I had some sort of like
I wonder if
sleep or
What-
something.
what's damn, I should have got sleep. I really did consider getting sleep as one of my spells because I can. Hold person though. What's the save on hold person?
Wisdom.
I have a feeling his wisdom probably isn't great. His oh wait, hang on.
Intelligence would be.
His intelligence was pretty high. He made the intelligence check on a 15.
Yep.
His intelligence is pretty high. I imagine his dex is pretty high as well, considering he's in studded leather armor.
Mm.
Um,
I can also do command and tell him to flee.
I don't want that though. I want us to get him.
Okay.
I want to. I want to extort him somehow. You know, you get him on our side.
Prone, can't you?
Yeah, I can. I can make him gravel. So I can command him to gravel, and then somebody next turn, because he has to make a wisdom saving throw each turn, I believe.
I wonder if there's any way that we could take something of his that would be embarrassing to him in his homeland.
Yeah, I'm sure he
Yeah.
carries around pictures of himself in a compromising position.
Yeah, right.
Just so we're clear, I'm not murder hoboing either. This guy is trying to fuck us over.
We were talking to him.
Look, we're not discuss. We
We're
can't
like
discuss.
in
We'll
another
discuss it
conversation.
after. We have
I
to discuss it
accuse you,
after the battle.
Josiah, of being a murder hobo.
Yeah.
Now that someone like I was on the fence about this, if he had not proposed, if he had not been willing to talk, I would have been straight up. I would have fought.
Oh man,
If he had
me
fired the
too.
first, if he had
I
fired the first
fired
shot, I
the
would have
first
been
shot.
in there. But
us not
since
forget,
my
I fired the
companion,
first shot,
my
yeah.
companion fired the first shot, I will also get in there because
That's.
otherwise,
thing
he
is-
But
will
it seems
get
like he
fucked
was
up.
actually.
I think we
Listening
are
to
in for
us.
a penny, in for a pound, right?
What are we going? I mean,
I
and what
think
are we going to
do
do?
have
We're
to
going
go
to
in,
take
but
bribery for the rest of our lives. I mean, it's a
bribery of a
pretty
blackguard, man.
even.
A
It's a pretty
blackguard
even
who's willing
thing.
to work for money.
And don't worry, I've got a plan of what to do with the body.
They
I'm
gotta
hoping it
investigate
doesn't come to that.
regardless.
I'd like to
Long
see
way
if we
from
could
home.
maybe knock him out, or
Yeah.
otherwise use him before we kill him. Because
Oh.
Nah, I don't think
I
there's
feel
much
like-
we can. This is
I
not.
also,
I'm
I
not.
also feel like Russell probably had some sort of a plan for him.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter,
Can
I
we
think- no, I-
incapacitate him and then talk to him then? See
can.
if we can get anything out of him? Yeah.
We can.
Because yeah, I feel like just kind of murdering him does ruin a lot of potential.
You've got the hammer, Maria. We've all got we've all got pointy weapons, so it's very
No,
hard
but you
to
can
incapacitate
opt
someone.
to do an to
Yeah.
do a
punch,
non-lethal
yeah,
strike.
but it's
Nah,
not,
even with your
it has to be a blunt instrument.
Does it?
But
Yeah,
I don't
like-
want to just knock him out and leave him and then make him just like go back and tell whatever his party is that we just attacked him and knocked him out. I think we need to talk to him first.
I think.
And-
I
and
think.
let's
I
put it
think at
this
this
way, if
point,
you-
in the heat of this moment, it is. Oh, what's that?
Let's put it this way.
Yeah, that's
Let's
true.
put it this way. You can't get extra bounty, right? Surely you've got a bounty.
can.
Are you kidding me? Of course you can.
Yeah, we can get
We
our
could
bounty's
become
gonna
worth
increase so
millions.
much.
How can you get more dead?
What?
What?
You can become undead.
No.
The bounty is for your death, right?
If
For your hits.
If my, for
No,
instance,
if
if my
they give us
if I did
Yeah.
petty theft and my bounty became 1 gold, and then someone came after me and I murdered them, my bounty would increase to 10 gold because I'm obviously able to murder people. And
Sure.
then
And
if
then
I
we're more high
wiped out the city
demand.
guard, my
Sure,
bounty would
that's-
increase. And if
that's
I
the
destroyed a city, like yeah,
That's the consequence that they get. That's what somebody else gets. But the consequence to you is you're dead.
Well, no,
Whether or not
because
it's for
we
1
get more
gold or 100
demand.
gold.
So
you're dead.
if we were just 1 gold, probably
You would
maybe a
get
couple of low level people want to go after us. If we're like 100 gold, then we're gonna
You've
get
got
some,
the
you know,
Blackgaurd
pro.
after you already.
we're
How
discussing too much.
In fact, in the higher the bounty is, the more likely there is going to be an army of
Yeah.
people chasing you. That's
Exactly.
And the more likely,
already-
like it won't be. You've heard of the term like taken dead or alive. When it
Sure.
comes to a 1 gold bounty, it's not going to be dead or alive. It will be catch him.
I feel like if the Blackguard are after us and there's a bounty on your heads, it's probably pretty bad already.
I don't know. I don't
should
see.
be
That's what I mean.
making
I
it
don't know
worse,
enough. I don't know enough
actively.
about them to act.
How much
It's too
damage
late.
did he do? Was it 11?
Hang on. Sorry, Russ. We can't hear you. You're all
Yeah, you're all
Russ.
mumbly.
Russ.
Sorry about that. Josiah, you're back.
Yep.
And
And D&D Beyond's back up as well.
okay,
Is it?
so you
Hey.
were rolling. You were rolling to hit last time, you?
All right, so
yeah, so I just needed the damage. It was 11 last time, eh?
Let's
So
just-
you hit with a 20. Yes. So you're doing. How much damage are you doing there? 9 is what it says on D&D Beyond.
No, he did to me last turn. 'Cause it didn't
Oh,
save.
last turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have. I'll have to look it up.
I think it was 11.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
All right. So yes, I was last. I looked at him to to get an idea of, and you said he looked fine and he looks angry.
Yeah, that's right. So,
So,
you were going to roll to hit this last.
Yeah. So yeah, let's make him angrier.
Okay.
So yeah, attack with my guard shank,
All right.
and that's a 22.
Wow, very nice. You hit.
Yep.
With the shank, how do you hit him? Is in the chest or something?
I'm aiming for right between. He's on stud of leather, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm still aiming for the armpit.
So
Looking around.
you hit him for 10 points. Yep.
Yep. And
Let's
then
try.
I want
Take
to
a
use
bath.
my my second wind and regain 1d10 plus
Okay.
1.
So you take. So you're getting some hit points back.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And is that your turn?
That will be my turn. Yeah.
Tricky Bob, are you still checked out with the goat?
Now I will step out and I will say, I'm sorry, there has been a misunderstanding. I will pay for your damages and I will heal you. Just please stop this. Whatever's happening right now, we're not affiliated with this. I am not affiliated with this. Please, I will
Tell
give
your
you everything
friends
I
to
have.
stop and we can talk.
I
Otherwise,
yell
I
at them,
kill you
stop
all."
this. I yell at them and I say, stop this now. This is unacceptable.
All right. Gimbal, it's your turn.
All right.
Oh, you motherfucker! I know what you're gonna do.
Cursory glance at Josiah.
Make an insight check on Josiah.
Ooh.
Gimbal. And Josiah, you tell us what your intention is after he makes that roll.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, Josiah, what does he figure out from your features?
I want to know what he
given us?
thinks I'm gonna do.
You can make an insight check then.
Well, yeah, you do your insight check, and you do your insight check, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
It's that classic movie trope where everyone's looking like this.
Right, and nobody knows
Mexican
what's going on.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. So let me just do my insight to what he thinks I'm gonna do.
Mhm.
That's a 19.
Okay, so
right.
what does Gimbal think he's going to do?
Gimbal has I've heard I was hesitant to begin with. I was in negotiation. Tricky Bob's just shouted this, and he's just given us an out to stop. And clearly he's taken, like, it looks like we haven't made a dent. So I'm
Oh,
basically,
you've made a dent. You've definitely
Okay.
made a dent. He's bloody now.
but I'm keen to stop because also Usanar's name's been thrown out there.
Mm.
But also I have no idea what the fuck you're thinking. So
Right. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to hold an action, keep my shield up, and if he swings again, or well, yeah,
Okay.
if either of them attack again, I will hit. I will
So
go in.
Do you want to take the dodge action, or do you want to hold an action?
Hold an action. Hold an action,
Okay.
and depending on who attack, if he attacks or if Josiah attacks, I will attack.
So that'll be your reaction
Um,
will be to attack if somebody else attacks.
If anyone else attacks, I'm going in.
Okay. All right. Hank.
Oh, actually, did I still get an action on my turn, or did I just get a talk and that's it?
Well, I didn't give you an action because it didn't sound like you wanted to take one. You wanted to wait for a response from these guys, and I needed to find out what they were doing to do that. So
I see.
I'm afraid you've lost your action. We could
Okay,
say you
so
held. We could say you held your action. How about that?
All right.
So you
yeah.
can give me a trigger. What's the trigger and what's the action you're going to
Can
take?
I
on it?
cast Shield of Faith on the Blackgaurd if anyone attacks him?
Yes, you can. Okay, so that's if somebody
Bloody
attacks the
order.
Blackgaurd, you're gonna cast Shield of
Be
Faith, and that's
working against the team.
going to trigger
Wow.
that. Okay.
Hey,
Wow.
I'm trying to resolve this
Hey,
with no no
you know
death.
what, Tricky Bob? I am with you on this. I think. Anyway, let's
Hank, it's your
I
I think
turn.
we have to all
Uh,
attack Josiah.
right, Hank. So
Pretty much blame Josiah.
No, I understood Josiah's point, and
I'm
I was
gonna
just
send
looking for.
I'm gonna send Hogsmoor. I'm not gonna get out from my place. I'm still hiding. Where am I? Yeah, there. So I'm gonna send Hogsmoor to land very obviously, right, like maybe 5 feet, like 5 feet away in front of the dude, and just sit there and look at him.
All right. That's an approximation. But yeah.
And then
It's your bonus
I'm
action.
going to. So that's my bonus action. Oh wait, hang on, no, because it's an action to send Hogsmoor or a bonus action.
I thought it was a bonus action.
I think we were going with bonus action, right?
I think so.
As an
We should-
action,
Do clarify this though, but yeah.
yeah, I think that's good to clarify. But for the meantime,
Yeah.
I would like to quietly cast True Strike on myself, just in case.
Okay. All right. So you do that.
Just in case. All right, we're on a hair
All right.
trigger here, folks.
All
It's
right.
all up to Josiah, really.
We're all on it. Sorry, Josiah, we put this on you.
Yeah.
All right. The gladiator, which is just happens to be the stat block
Just
I'm
happens to
using.
be his
which
name.
I told you.
Oh.
Damn it. Oops.
Gladiator.
He's not actually a
Google
gladiator.
gladiator.
Bang! Smack right. I'm changing it. He's going to be. I'm going to put him up 2 challenge ratings now. If I catch you cheating, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add challenge ratings. What's his name? Dareth. Dareth is going to hold his action as well. So he is
It's a
there
Mexican
ready
standoff.
with his shield,
It's a standoff.
looking at you guys.
No, it's not my turn. I can't say anything, can I?
Can you talk
you can
out of turn?
talk. You can. I'm going to let you talk out of turn. Yeah.
Alright,
It is
gonna
actually
say-
Josiah's actual turn, but yeah.
No, sorry. Josiah, you do your thing first.
Okay. I'm gonna drop my sword arm
Uh-huh.
and then I'm gonna say to him, but I would have had you, you see.
All right.
All right. And I want to throw in. All right, let's renegotiate these terms.
It's Tricky Bob. It's your turn.
Yes, yeah. And okay, so I look at him and say, so you see, we don't want to attack you anymore. This is all. I'm willing to cure whatever damage we did to you. Just I want this resolved as peacefully as we possibly can.
All right. Gimbal.
Okay. All right. We will pay you one bounty head to keep this quiet and to walk away
Yes.
from here.
I'm afraid
willing
that's
to-
not going to be enough, he responds.
How much are you looking at?
How much are we talking?
Sorry. We just kicked this guy's ass, and
That was it. I've still got my sword out. Still got an angry badger, and okay. No, anyway, sorry. How much?
Ooh, I should think 200 gold might do it.
100,
I'll give you 50.
You can give me 50 for your head.
and I'll give 50, and then we're done.
That's about half of what I'll need.
Come on, that's pretty good.
Right. So I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go.
You understand?
Cool. I'll
That-
give you $100 if you agree to stay in contact with me.
And how would I stay in contact with you, and who are you?
Cool. I'm a friendly little owl.
You're a madman.
All right.
Are you kidding me in front of you? I'm standing right in front of you.
I'm going to sheath my sword and take a step back and say, we'll meet you in town after we've dealt with the ogres, but we need to think about this.
You think about that. I will meet you in town, but I will need 100 gold now.
50. God damn it.
50, yeah.
50.
Oh,
God
shit.
damn it.
I don't
God
even
damn
have
it.
100 gold. I thought I had more money. I forgot about that. Oh, we haven't gone to
If you don't
Vangate
have
yet.
100 gold with you, then I'll need a hostage.
I quickly open up. How much? Like, I want to go look. I want to look at my wanted poster and see how much I am. I can't remember.
Cool. You can
Oh,
take me. And I
100
give
gold.
yeah, I put
Are we
a
100 gold
Hogsmore
each? I
into his
thought. Fuck, I
pocket.
thought we were 50.
Well,
Oh, okay,
was it
that's-
50?
That's
I
50
say
gold.
50?
Yeah, I have
50.
50.
That's why I thought
Okay.
200 was steep.
Mm.
Right. Oh, that's true. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. No. Okay. You're right. You're right. That's fair.
All right. 50.
Very good. 50 gold then,
Do
and
you-
I'll meet you back in Vangate. And the total,
I'll
if you want
fork out.
the total amount would be 150.
125.
We can get some-
125.
We'll
I
definitely
want to
find some of the
haggle.
ogres.
You guys understand this isn't paying our bounty off. The bounty
No,
will still
but
exist.
yes,
and then
I-
other
It's not
people-
making our bounty worse,
but then
because
other people
otherwise...
can come and extort us in the same way.
I want.
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
But
What-
we
what-
also
I
have
tell-
a Blackguard on.
I tell you what, David.
Yes.
150. If you go back and you talk to Usanor and try to fucking help us with this.
I'll tell you what. Look, we can talk about this, but I have to say to you, realistically, you've killed blackguards.
Didn't kill you, though.
You didn't
That's
kill
true.
me, and I understand and I will put that forward,
Mm,
of course. And you didn't kill Usanor either,
Mm.
but you
And
did
the other guy.
kill a group of blackguards
Okay.
unprovoked,
What
and you
did
stole from them.
What did you need?
King
What's the
Evran-
timing for the bounty?
Wait, King Evran will never accept anything less than your heads for what you have done.
But can you lessen the demand for our heads?
Yes, and that's what I'm offering to do here.
All right. No, you see, I think that's worth it. I think that's worthwhile.
worth it. It's an investment in our
I
lives.
cannot
Yes.
change how Blackguard or anyone else will see you in the territory that they come from, in the elven realms of Sadariel to Larathion to the south.
Fair enough. Not planning
like-
traveling now.
I'm okay with this. I think we've I
Yeah.
think we've come to some kind of agreement.
As long as we expect to see less people like you coming after us, then
the
I
north.
think this
The only other thing I
outside
can do,
Citadel.
look, I'll tell you one other option. If you are prepared to assist me more with your financial leniency, I could assist you in perhaps convincing the Blackguard that you were dead, that you were no longer worth hunting for because you were gone.
Now, I
Okay.
take issue with this.
I like this.
And I pop out from behind the thing. I'm like, yeah, I was here all along. I wasn't actually an owl.
The owl.
Yeah, I say, now look here, you. I can see a scam when I see one. I know that didn't come out as fluidly as it should have done. But how would we want to take that deal if it gets out back in Blackguardia, wherever that is, that we're alive? How's that going to affect your reputation? I
Might-
reckon
Well, the idea would be that you would need to change your names and identities.
I want to whisper to Josiah at this point. Is that okay?
Well, my name is Friendly Little Owl.
Why don't
Why
you
don't
have
you
a
have
discussion amongst yourselves?
Yes, let's do that. Okay.
All right, let's
Yeah,
huddle.
so let's walk away.
Alrighty.
Okay, with little huddle. Okay, guys, really out of my depth on this one.
I shoot
think
him
we-
like
I
a
think we-
glance,
I
like,
think
don't
we- I
trust
think-
you.
I think we pay the holding fee. He sent him back to.
Yep.
And then we sent him to Vangate, and then we have time to think, plot our next move, plan something. So if we just
Yes.
if we just decide now, who knows what kind of can of worms we're opening up.
Now, I have a counter offer.
Hmm?
I don't want to pay the whole bounty. I don't have a bounty on my head. I'll pay a
Right.
little bit. I'll pay a little bit because
Okay.
you guys are my mates, but I'm not paying a full share of this.
Like, first
That's
and
fine.
foremost, one, this is extortion. This is classic extortion. This is kind of
Definitely.
extortion.
And you guys are murderers.
Yeah, extortion's slightly better than murder. I'll take that.
We've already killed people.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
not judging. You
Yeah,
know,
do we
I've
do
known
more?
good murderers. I've known perfectly wonderful extortionists. You know, it's
Now-
fine.
All right. So we kill
Yeah.
him.
Think
but
about it this way.
A spade
You're-
is a spade.
If you pay the bounty, right, for
Mhm.
our heads in full, he goes back and he claims the bounty in full again. He is being paid twice for something he's not even doing. That doesn't sit right with me because he's not even working for it. He's
Okay, so
getting
we-
paid
pretty
twice
clever
for
ruse.
nothing.
So we
So
kill
what
him.
you're saying
him.
is we should
killing
let
him?
him kill us and
No, we
get the
kill
full
him.
bounty.
Let's kill him.
No, Look,
Okay.
if you don't want to kill him, we don't have to kill him. I don't care about the.
Let's all take a quick vote. Kill. Yes.
No.
I'm leaning towards kill. Now.
I'm not leaning towards kill. I'm leaning towards pay the man his petty money and then keep in contact with him. He could probably prove pretty useful back in old
Yeah.
Blackgaurd here. You know?
Well, that's fine. We haven't come to a figure
If
yet.
all it takes is money to get influence, I'd take that.
What are our new names going to be? Okay, no, that's it. We discussed this. All right. Let's give him a couple
No,
of gold.
let's not change our names.
Let's
not
give him a
change our
couple of
bloody
gold,
names. I'm not
couple
doing
of
that.
couple of gold. Send him on his way for now, and we'll deal with this later because I can't
What are
deal
you
with
going to
this
change
right
your
now.
name to? Thimble.
Thimble.
Remember?
Thimble.
Thimble.
Mimble
plenty planned.
Brook.
Okay. Sunbrook. Thank you very much.
All right. If we're going to give him any money, it is not going to be the full amount. Let me do the talking. Can I
Done.
do the talking?
Okay. And
Fair
group
enough.
break.
All right, we're not going to.
Step away.
So turn around to him. What was your name?
Day Ray.
Day Ray.
David.
Day Ray. Day Ray.
Yikes.
All right, here's
see-
what we're prepared to offer you. One, we won't kick your ass any further. Two, we will offer you only half the bounty that you would receive, since you're gonna get it in full when you return to claim it. And three, we utilize
You
what?
can't claim it without your heads, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a head thing?
Well, how is he claiming anything?
I don't. Ears.
He's gonna claim that he hasn't seen us.
Good point. Oh, okay. So you're not claiming the bounty.
Whatever, some of
Yeah.
our possessions, something
Sounds like
that
dirty
only-
murder to
only
me.
we'd have.
I could take your papers. You are, I understand now, wardens of Greymore.
Yep.
Okay, I'm prepared to give that up. I hope.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
got some
hold my
drawings
one.
on them.
I'm not giving mine up. Mine doesn't mean anything to him anyway.
That's
Yeah.
true. You don't. You Hank, you're
Yeah.
out of this. You go sit in the corner. Oh, hang on. I whisper. Hank,
Hey, man.
Hank, there's a goat. We got a goat. Go check
Being
out the
friendly
light.
little
It's over that
owl,
way.
I
Go look
think.
at go look at the goat.
This party is like 2/3 of this party is animals now.
Yep.
Mm,
That's how we roll.
Okay, so I don't have 75 gold.
No, 70,
Yeah.
50. I thought we're doing 50, right?
I got $25.
Well, it's 50 per person, so that's 150.
No, no,
all
no.
up.
50 deposit. 50 deposit.
All right. Who's got it?
I'll go
I have-
50.
Tricky Bob's got. I'm broke.
All right. What
Tricky
do you say?
Bob's like the wise financier, you know? She's the moral compass of the group. She invests in steady, slow savings. She's always got a bit of cash.
But this
Willing
is
to give
trust.
all of it up.
This is trust
Yeah.
money, Dayreth. We expect to see you in Vangate. Where are we meeting?
In Vane Gate or Belkinard?
Balkanard,
Balkanard.
actually. It's a bit closer. It's easier.
Mm.
Less murdery.
The Black's
Do we
gone
want to
out.
deal with this
I'll
in
meet you
Belkinard?
there.
Okay, fine. But if the fat dude's in there, we're not going in.
He's always there.
Let's not
Does he
meet in
outside?
Belkinard then. Why don't we meet in
Outside.
Vangate? Why don't we deal with what we need to do in Belkinard
We,
and then
we
meet
might
you
be
in
in
Vangate?
Belkinard for a little while, right?
Yeah, Balkanard. I like Balkanard more. Let's go. What's that seedy tavern called? Hank?
The Clunge.
Clunge. We'll meet you at the Clunge when we get back. Give us 2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
Plunge.
Clunge.
Very
Morning.
well.
2 days in the clun.
And 50 gold now, yeah?
Yes, 50 gold now. Tricky.
Sure, I'll pay it off. How do I get rid of my money?
Just put the bag here on the floor in front of me on the
50
road.
remove.
Yep.
There you go. I'm got $0 now.
Nice doing convoluted business with you.
Yeah.
Now,
picks up the bag and he starts retiring back towards his horse. He whistles to it and it comes over to him.
watch out, there's a trap on the road.
Oh,
saw
one
that.
last thing, Dayreth.
He turns to see you.
I'll have my crossbow bolt back.
I think not. He snaps it off the front of his shield.
Uh,
He goes, here, you can have half of it.
yeah. Was in his back for whatever.
Mm.
Oh, the one that hit him in the back.
Yeah.
That one. Right. There was one in his shield too. but
Yeah,
a
that was
short-
from Hank,
short
yeah.
bow, right. Yeah, okay, fair enough. He rides off.
All right, I turn around to the guys and I go like, "Did you see that? I finally didn't get my ass kicked. I actually held my
That
own
was
and I
great.
fight
No, that was,
hard."
I think we all did pretty well. We could have taken him, but I think we were bigger than that. I think we're bigger than that. I think we did well for now.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Where are we at?
So the Blackguard has ridden off with the 100 gold.
Goliath,
Alright.
stop looking at the goat now. I mean, no, Hank,
100
sorry.
gold.
Stop
I thought
looking
we
at
only
the
gave
goat.
him 50.
No.
Pity,
Oh,
pity,
50,
pity.
50 gold. Yeah.
50 gold.
50
All right, cool.
All right. Let's take out these ogres.
All right, I'm feeling pretty chuffed with myself.
Let's do this.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so you are still on the road at the point where you found the goat and the broken tree and the wagon wheel.
I would like to follow the tracks.
I'd like to have a look at the wagon. It was just the wagon wheel, right? Not the wagon.
Yeah, just a broken wagon wheel. Yeah.
Forget about that then.
Do you guys have wagon wheels here?
You mean
What?
the
Where?
English biscuit?
Yeah, with the jam and the. Sorry, off topic. Sorry.
I had no idea what you were saying.
Wagon
Oh,
wheels.
Yeah, wagon
I've
wheels.
heard of them.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
let me.
They
Dark
What do they look
chocolate-coated
like?
biscuit.
chocolate biscuit.
Um,
That's
Chocolate
it.
circle.
Single serve chocolate
Oh.
biscuit.
It looks like a choco pie.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's like it's like a Western choco pie.
Pretty
Or
good.
penguin.
Pretty good.
Yeah, ever
Hello.
had a
I
penguin?
love choco pies.
Penguin, no.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
it's-
Bars are
Let's start talking about delicious biscuits.
Right, getting sidetracked once more. All right, so you're heading off. You're going to make a survival check. Not Hank. Gimbal. Yep. You're doing the tracking.
My rolls are always, oh, what is go? I hate these digital dice. I said it there. 5, 5, 2 plus
5.
3. I've consistently rolled under 5.
That's all right. It'll turn around when you need it to.
You'd think so.
Yeah, but first they want to humiliate you.
Yep, go for it.
Okay, so you're sort of lost looking for tracks. You I guess you're a little bit flustered by the whole thing with the Blackguard.
Pretty sure these tracks came from a goat, and it seems to be leading towards where Goliath is.
Are we leaving Goliath where he is? Is he hidden
You're following the
away?
tracks, and he's like, oh.
All right, you.
Right.
We're leaving Goliath. He is safe. He, she. Hang on. I would like to check Goliath's gender. I need
Gender.
to know this. Gender.
All right. Would you like to flip a coin or roll a dice or something? To
roll
flip
a
a
roll a
coin, let's flip a
d4.
coin.
Roll a d4.
First,
and
you
go
D4.
gotta
for it.
pick up the balls.
Okay, 1 and 2 is a guy, 3 and 4 is a girl. Go. I can't tell what that is. A 3, it's a girl. So
Always remember to
Golly.
pick
Let's
up the balls.
go.
Right.
Do we need to
Goliath,
rename
the
this?
girl goat.
Go.
anyway, we are leaving
Okay.
her tied
Goliath.
to the tree.
Yes.
Leaving her
Goliath.
tied
Can
to
we
the
still call
tree.
it Goliath?
Yeah, Goliath. She's Goliath.
Can I use
Big woman.
can I do survival to make sure that she is hidden away and that she has some food and water?
As a ranger, I
You
tell
can-
her the
Within her
blood
reach.
is going to
Animal
attract
handling, I
wolves.
think.
Animal handling, I reckon? Okay. Alrighty.
Kimball's still going on about the balls.
And you could do a
No,
survival check
we solved
too,
it
I think.
now. There are no
Alright.
balls.
Right, no balls. Right, that's good.
Goliath the
21.
Goat. Okay, tricky Bob. The goat is the well-being of the goat is fairly well established now.
Good.
Besides the lack of one leg.
Yeah.
We'll get
But
her
it's
a
healed
a
stump
pig leg.
now. Right, a
Yeah,
peg leg
pig
for
leg.
the goat.
Get
Oh
a
God,
piece of
pirate
wood.
goat, pirate goat.
Yeah.
Right,
Very
Give
good.
her a eye patch
Oh,
as well.
oh, she's got both eyes though.
Shall
We can fix that.
But you can
No.
fix that.
Arr.
And a hook on the other leg. Right.
Oh.
Okay, people. All right. So the goat is off the road, tied to its tree stump,
Tree.
perhaps, or a tree.
No tree.
Um,
Full on
Yeah.
tree. There's no way
Has-
that goat's getting out.
Has some food laid out for her. There's some smelting snow nearby, which she can drink.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
Is
Pretty
she
safe.
a mountain goat? Like, is she good in the snow?
I would like to
she's
do a check to see what type of goat.
Can we go kill some ogres?
Yeah.
She's a pretty standard farm goat.
Is she
for-
gonna be fine in the cold?
she's
Kill
not
this goat
excep-
soon?
She's not having a lot of fun in the cold.
All right. Shall we head up the path that Goliath came from?
All right.
You should have
Survival
made James
checks.
take the goat.
Make a survival check if you want to follow the goat's trail.
Yeah, I
up
want
into
to follow the
hills.
goat's trail.
Goats make a real good curry.
Oh.
It's an 8.
Why are we so terrible at this?
Because you're
I'm
not
not-
using your own dice.
Right. An
That could
8,
be
so you can't
Hang on.
find a trail.
I'm gonna roll a d20 and see what happens.
There you go.
Tricky Bob, would you like to make a survival check to
7.
follow the trail?
Sure. Um, 17.
There we go.
That's more
That's
like
better.
it. Okay, Tricky Bob, you find a trail. You think you can figure out where the goat's been coming from. And you see that there's blood in the snow as well, coming down this particular path. Incidentally, it's about midday now, maybe even 1 o'clock in the afternoon at this point. Both the suns of Sidariel are high above, creating a dual shadow that's just stacked on top of itself.
Doesn't that mean that we can, if we look above, we can see like magnified dragons and shit?
Not every day.
Oh,
The hell
okay.
are you
Hmm.
smoking?
But it
Hank?
does mean that spells are amplified as well, right?
We could play those rules if you like.
Yeah. Oh, we'd definitely
Oh.
like to play those rules.
Yeah,
love
I
those
was
rules.
actually
Is
intrigued.
this
I thought that was
law?
really
Is this
interesting.
law that I haven't read?
As long as you're prepared to suffer the consequences of when they're not in effect.
Oh,
Mm.
definitely. I think it's a great little
What does
aspect.
amplification mean?
Well, depends what the spell is.
Increases the
Ah.
potency. So, a fireball would turn into a massive, twice as big explosion.
Well, I don't know about twice as big,
Oh.
but it might be like
Yeah.
+2 to the saving throw or to the DC or
Ah.
something like that. Or
Is there something that you're willing to keep on board, Russell, so we don't have to keep figuring it out?
I think it's
Or-
something that if you literally ask me at any given time, I will roll a dice and use that to determine whether or not you've got a bonus.
Let's do
Right,
that.
Okay.
All right.
Or a non-bonus.
Right. And what I'll do is
Scientifically speaking.
I'll roll a D6.
Yeah.
And you'll either get +1, 2, or 3, or -1, 2, or 3 to whatever the dice mechanic is.
Cool. And we can at any time sort of ask you what
Yeah.
the suns and the moons are doing.
Yeah. And if it's the same scene,
Yeah.
it will just
Then it'll be the
stay
same.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to do that? I'm pretty keen to do it.
Sounds kind of interesting.
Yep.
Sure.
Right.
I don't know what it is, but sure. Let's do it.
Basically, the idea is it's based on the astrology of Sidariel, where the suns and moons are, changes the way the weave works.
Right.
Yeah.
You've just opened up you've opened up so much trouble, Hank.
Yeah.
So is that something we have to ask on any spellcast, or is it something that we can just ask if we
If you,
feel
really
like
want
it
to.
for?
yeah, only if you really want to. If you
Okay.
feel like can I get a bonus for this thing? But bear in mind, there's a chance you could get it. Once you ask, the can of worms is open.
Yes.
So
Your
Yeah.
face doesn't go back in the tube.
Yeah.
right.
no.
So does that mean like
It's against you as well.
It
if you're
will be
fighting
against
bad
you.
news.
Could be
no,
against
no,
You
no,
have to
no, I
use it.
understand that. I understand that. But
Yeah.
if I was to say, let's go down the road and we see these ogres, and I cast a spell, and I say, what are the suns and the moons doing there, Russell? Can I get a bonus? Does that mean, oh, Pandora's box, and now everyone has to
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone is now going to
Oh.
suffer a bonus or a minus
for eternity or
No,
No,
like,
no,
that-
just
for
the
that
scene.
Yeah.
for
for
that
that
scene.
scene, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
For that encounter,
said-
essentially.
Yeah, for
I
that
said we
encounter.
do it. I
So
said
we got 5 minutes of
Look.
ogre fighting. Let's do
Yep.
this.
No, you got a bit more than that.
We got like 20
we
Oh,
started
yeah.
late.
20
We
minutes.
started
Yes.
late.
Yes.
So Tricky Bob rolled 19.
Okay, so yeah, you follow the trail up through the trees and up around the path. And far above, up among the crags above you, you can see this yawning cave opening in the side of the mountain.
Uh-huh.
It's quite tall and narrow, this cave entrance. And
Who's
there's
got dark
ice
vision?
dripping down the front of it.
Yeah.
I do.
Everyone
And
except
Momo.
you.
Yep.
And Tricky
Everyone except
Bob,
me.
you come to the point where you actually come across a bunch of huge footprints
Mm.
in the ground nearby an initial blood trail. Yeah.
Oh, my owl has dark vision though. Hold
Can you
on.
use it as a guiding light?
So you're
I
about
can't.
half a mile from the entrance to that cave, by the way.
All right.
Mm.
Okay, so
All right.
still a fair amount of distance, but and we
Yeah.
can see it from where we are.
Yeah, and there's
it's a pretty
icicles
big cave.
dripping down in front of it. Yeah, it's a big cave. It's a big cave.
Is there much? Is there much exposure as we head? Like, if I look along the path, is there much exposure if we were to follow it, where there are moments where we could be
Seen from
very
the cave.
vulnerable, and yeah.
If somebody was standing in the mouth of the cave, they would probably see you right now.
Hmm.
Okay.
Can we is there
Can
any way we
we
can get
see?
undercover?
You can try and get to cover as quickly as possible. Yeah.
I would like to do that.
All right. So you guys head for the trees and a bit closer to the side of the hills.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how about we make stealth checks at this point?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Can we see if there's anyone at the cave in front of us?
You cannot
Awesome.
see anybody at the cave entrance, no, but it is dark inside
Okay.
the cave entrance. And even with dark vision, because of the contrast, you wouldn't see.
Oh yeah.
14.
What you can do is you can give each other advantage on stealth right now.
I give advantage to Tricky Bob.
Okay.
I
Please,
would like
I
to
rolled
give
an 8.
advantage to. You know what?
No, we did pretty solid.
Yeah.
Tricky Bob's pretty
Oh.
good. Yeah.
We all give
If I have
Trippy
a
a triple advantage. Nice.
If I have disadvantage on something, does it mean I get an advantage?
Oh, that simply means you don't have disadvantage.
Yeah,
once you-
see.
Yeah.
Oh, so I take my first roll then?
So
Oh,
just,
bummer.
well, how about you just take the 17 just this time? But
Good.
typically, yeah, if you've got
mean-
you've got disadvantage and somebody gives you advantage, then now you have no disadvantage.
Just one normal
Because
roll.
we are like
Yeah.
really far away still.
Yeah.
So it's like a visibility thing. It's not noise, I wouldn't think.
Quite a long
Um,
way away.
I'm assuming that I have done pretty well at my stealth check, so
Mhm.
I'd like to send my Hogsmoor out for a little scout.
Yeah,
near
like
the
How far are we talking?
Well, it's half a mile to the
Yeah.
entrance to the cave, but it's all quite uphill at this point.
how much is half a mile in feet?
A lot of
Like,
feet.
I don't know miles and feet. I know like kilometers.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me
I
think
know
about it.
it's a
So
lot of feet.
1.6 kilometers, I think, is a mile.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's-
800 meters away.
If we ran, we could cover that in like 5 minutes
Noisily.
noisily.
That's a
So-
big cave.
It's a big cave.
Big cave. All right. Well, I reckon we stay undercover and we make our way carefully. So what? Half speed?
Well, do we wait here and then monitor the cave from here?
I mean, I'm fine to do that as well.
We see what their movements are over the
Uh,
course of the next
Yeah,
12
let's
hours.
not rush in.
Hmm.
Okay.
Carefully, like we see what they do. We hide here. We wait to see if anything comes out
Get
of the
some
cave.
numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Go prone, take a short rest.
I like it. I can
We-
trance for 4 hours while you all rest, and then
Yeah, and then we'll take turns watching, see, and alert each other when anything comes.
Right. No fires though.
No, definitely.
No, no fires. We're too far in.
Russell, with a short rest, I don't know if you can tell me. Do we get any spell slots back, or is it
No.
just
Sorcerers do, but not you.
Do they?
I think so. Yeah, I think
yeah,
sorcerers
that's
get a
pretty sweet.
short rest spell slot thing.
right.
And certain
Okay.
wizards can do a thing with I think it's wizards. You can.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
wizards can use a
None of us are good enough.
it's kind of like a
Class
barbarian
trait.
ability. Yeah, class trait. There we
Yeah.
go. To restore some
Yeah,
spell.
but not all of
slots.
them, only some.
I don't know how rests work with my Okay,
I don't
what
really
I'm,
get any bonus from a short rest
what
at
I'm
this point
going
because I'm at full
Me
health.
neither.
so-
yeah, what I'm going to do is if everyone's okay, if is anyone okay with taking the first shift or the first watch, the first 4
I'll
hours?
take the
Take the
first
first one.
watch.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Okay.
take the first watch because I'm going to send. What time of day is it, Russell?
Well, it was
Or
about,
Russell?
by the time you get to this point, it's about 3 in the afternoon.
All right, so yeah, I'll take the first watch.
It is
but I
getting,
will be
it's getting
I'll-
colder and darker at this point too.
okay.
You're so
So-
far north.
I will take the first watch, but I'll send my Hogsmoor up to the top of whatever trees we're under. Are we under trees?
Yes, snowy trees. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'll send Hogsmoor up to the top of a tree that is where
Mhm.
we are, like the closest one to us.
Mm.
Hopefully quite tall.
All right, so
Can you make a perception check, please?
Me?
Everybody else is back at the camp. I'm taking it.
because what I've done, well, yeah, before he does, so what I've done is I have expended a spell slot
Um,
to bring Momo to full health.
Okay.
I don't suppose I could use my Hogsmoor to give me advantage with that
Mhm.
perception check. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. That's good because that was a nat 1.
Ooh.
Still not great. 7.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing particularly out of the ordinary around
Okay.
here that you notice.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'd like to tell my Hogsmoor at the top of the tree to alert us to any sort of movement it might see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the first few hours go past and then nothing out of the ordinary occurs.
Okay.
To the end of your
Right.
watch.
All right, I only need 4 hours to do my long rest after I've casted Momo spell.
Well, how long are we staying here? Like how
until
long
we
are going to
see
do?
something, until we get an
Yeah.
idea of what's going
So
on.
how long are our watches?
4 hours.
4
each.
hours.
Yeah.
No, well,
Okay,
no, I
sweet.
mean, now I've had my long rest. I'm okay to swap to 8.
How long is a long rest again?
Typically
Elves,
8
it's 4.
hours, but for elves it's 4 because they have trance.
That's right.
But if we're not, if
If you're
Your
not doing
third.
if you're not doing the watch, you
That's
can take a
two.
long rest.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
So
I
unless
see-
we
you
see
also-
something.
You also don't have to take a long rest if you haven't taken any damage or cast any spells,
Yeah.
because you can only take 1 long rest, 2 short rests in any 24-hour
Yeah.
cycle.
ew.
So
So-
Well,
I
I
can
mean,
take the
I
next
have
watch
used a
anyway.
Yeah,
Do I
I'll
use
come.
spells?
I'll come to the campsite and I'll leave Hogsmoor up there to give any sort of advantage maybe to
Mhm.
someone who else wants
I
to do a
think
perception check.
Hank
But
takes the
I'm going
first
to
4
attempt a
hours.
long rest.
Hank takes the first 4 hours. So Josiah and Tricky Bob would have already been resting for 4. I've had 4 and I'm snapping out of my trance. And we'll take the next shift, which I can take for up to 8 hours. I would. be
By the
okay
way,
with
just a
Russ-
quick question, Hank. That snare that you left on the road, is that still there?
that. We didn't.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
Doesn't go away, doesn't run out.
Oh,
there might
actually,
be
it
a-
does have a duration.
Does have a
It does have a
duration.
duration. Snare. The duration is 8 hours.
Okay.
Wow.
Right. So it is still there.
Fuck,
but
that's still there.
Still there. Yeah. We're gonna come
Can
back
you have
there if
multiple
we get.
snares on top of each other or
That
around? Can you do more than one in different
would
places?
be cool. When you finish casting, invisible, la-di-di.
What is it? Is it a
It's a
cantrip or a
concentration.
spell?
No, it's a spell. It's a first level spell.
Okay, so you could cast it more than once using different spell slots.
I believe
Yep.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no concentration or anything.
No, it's not a concentration spell. Yeah, there's nothing to say. I can't. I just need the rope. I've only
Right.
got 1 extra length of rope, so
I already
I
used
could
mine on
take someone
Goliath.
else. But
All right. So Hank's finished his rest, and now it's Gimbal. You're going to take a long rest?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay.
Me and Momo. So
Is anybody
that
doing
be
any
a-
scouting?
that's what I was
Would
about
that-
to say.
would-
So yeah, go on.
sorry, with the 5 hour, the 4 hours that I was up on the watch though, Russell, I wouldn't consider that a rest, right? Because I would be actively watching.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
you're not if you're an elf, you can do that though.
okay,
Yeah.
all right, sweet. So if I wanted to take a long rest, I've still got another 8 hours to wait.
Yeah.
That's fine. Cool. Just making sure.
For my shift, I want Momo to do reconnaissance around the nearby area and sneak around as best it can. And I'll be looking for the highest tree I possibly can to climb to the very top and see what I can
So you're
see.
going to make an athletics check, and you're going to make a perception check for Momo.
Alrighty.
I'd like to get Hogsmoor to give advantage to give them some help on that as well, because I left him at the top of the tree.
He can give advantage to a perception check if you're being invaded or attacked, but I don't think he can give a perception for any sorts of investigation type.
So I'll do
Okay.
I'll do the perception for Momo, which is a D20 plus I think my proficiency. Oh my god.
Does Momo have advantage or anything for like smells?
No, not a primal creature. So the primal companion, it doesn't have the same perks as it doesn't have the same kind of like strategic perks as a normal creature would.
Right.
So they don't get the, like the hearing or the smelling or the
Okay.
sight of anything. It has dark vision, but beyond that, it
That's it.
can't. Yeah, it can't. It can speak any language I can speak.
Wow.
But beyond that, it doesn't have a.
Can it actually speak or just understand it?
Oh, sorry, understand. It can understand anything that I say.
'Cause that'd
Basically,
be
it doesn't
weird.
matter what language, but it can understand me.
Okay.
A badger with lips.
Ah, weird. Okay, so it's doing that. Are you climbing?
Yeah, I'm climbing. So athletics, go. Come on, a good roll for once. Oh, it's not bad.
All right, you get to the top of the tree. All right, now you can make a perception check
Yeah.
of your own.
Now, because I'm up in the tree, is it any better?
It is. In fact, you can have advantage.
Yes, because I need it. Because I'm shit. Because I rolled a 2 and a 1. So take your pick.
Oh my god.
5.
How do you roll a 2 and a 1?
I don't know. I'm telling you, these.
Okay, well, okay.
8.
While you're up the tree, you hear the branch that you're kind of holding onto is starting to go.
I swap to another branch if I can.
All right, make an athletics check.
Lola. Lola.
This is the tallest tree you could find, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a 12. 12 for my athletics check.
Okay, you managed to just get to the next branch before that last one just crunches and falls away and lands in the snow. Toof.
Deep sigh of relief.
Right, now
Okay.
you can make another perception check.
Oh, there you go. 20.
20.
Dirty 20.
All right, so you're settling back in again, and you're getting ready to start trancing away, and you've get yourself into a meditative position and state, and stretch your limbs out and what have you, and you're looking through the trees, and you begin to phase into the landscape, and after a few minutes of sitting there, you see there's this large hill. And the longer you look at that hill, the longer you begin to realize that it's not just a hill, it's covered in snow. There's no grass or trees or scrub on it at all. There's a bit of moss on it in places. This is quite a way away, a few hundred feet, maybe 500 feet away, down amongst the trees. And it's this big stone. And you realize it's actually looks kind of maybe even man-made. It's got some shape to it. If you were to take all that snow off it, it would definitely have the shape of a man-made object or intelligently shaped object, despite how big it is. And you can see markings on it that start to look a bit like runes the longer you look at it, maybe even faces.
Okay. So how long has passed since my shift? So Hank would have been on shift for 4 hours.
Yeah,
How long
this-
has
this
passed
is-
on my shift?
This is your first hour.
First hour. Okay. I'm gonna climb down. I'm gonna climb down the tree, go back to the party.
Now are
And-
they resting?
They're all resting. So I'm going to shake Tricky Bob awake.
Ah,
I have to. She's the only one that showed any information about ogres.
Also, the only one who hasn't expended a spell slot. So
I know. So I didn't really
Oh,
want
I
to.
spent
okay.
one.
Sorry,
I spent
I
one
suppose.
cure wound on a
the
goat,
Yeah,
but
Goliath.
that's
Right.
okay. I've got more. It's
Goat.
fine. Yeah.
And I'll shake Tricky Bob. I was like, Tricky Bob. Okay. Is there do you remember anything? Do you remember any slapper? It's like, do you remember anything about ogres? Are they rocks? Ogres made of rocks?
No, not that I remember. They're made of flesh.
Can they
blood.
turn to rock? Can they look like rocks? What do they look like?
No, don't you need to do a check on that? Because I think
I
I
want you to do a check, basically.
You can make a history check. But to be fair, Gimbal, this mound is a lot bigger than you would think an ogre could be. It's big.
Oh, okay.
16.
You know, ogres don't turn into rocks. That's
Okay, all right.
that's some Lord of the
Okay,
Rings shit.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
go back to sleep. Go back to
And I
think
think those are
good.
trolls.
Wait,
Yeah,
why are you talking about rock
yeah,
ogres?
trolls in Lord of the Rings. Yes,
Yeah.
they turn.
I didn't
stone
know. I
wood.
don't know what ogres do. So anyway, all right. So I
Don't
said,
worry.
okay, never mind. After she says that, no, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. It's fine. It's fine.
Wait, what's rock ogre?
Go back to
Where are
sleep.
you
It's fine.
seeing
Don't worry
rock
about it.
ogres?
Don't worry about the rocks. I'm gonna go investigate.
Oh,
Do you want me to investigate with you? Something that you're
s-
looking
I
at
stopped for a second. I was like,
that I'm not aware of?
yes.
Hank lets out like a big like. What is that?
Shh. Okay.
All right.
Yes, we should investigate this carefully. Okay. Do we wake up the other two?
Not off.
Hank gives another. Fuck off, Kim.
I'll leave him alone.
Work them up. They can choose if they want to wake up or not. It's up to them.
Do you guys want to wake up?
I'm keen to see what you guys will do.
I mean, I wouldn't
Let's
wait. I was pretty keen to just let Tricky Bob go back to sleep. So yeah, if Tricky Bob wants to come, great. More the merrier. Momo? Is Momo near? I would like to summon Momo. Yes. Let's do this, Momo. All right. So Momo, lead the way. We're going towards that big weird rock thing. And so
Right.
we head off.
Okay, and what state are you doing this in? How are you doing it?
I'm doing it sneakily. I'd like Momo to do it sneakily as well.
Oh,
Tricky
point.
Bob,
How-
can you heavy armor yourself? Or can you or do we want to do you want to do it sneaky, or do you want to wait for like far enough back that it's not an issue?
How far are we from like the main
Okay, all right.
cave entrance
A long
bit?
way, half a mile.
Ages.
Yeah. Okay. Can
If
I?
you wait here, I'll run back
Hmm.
screaming if something's wrong.
The thing is, like, I want to probably help you investigate.
That's a good point. I'm terrible at it. I keep rolling.
Yeah.
horribly.
He's not a good
Or at least we
companion
can-
for investigation, huh?
Hmm.
Sneakily.
Yeah, I'm not very sneaky.
Not
That's
like
the thing.
Hank's companion. That would be quite perfect for this sort of mission.
That's a good point. I look around. Can I see the owl?
Yep, the owl's at the top of the other
Okay,
tree
all right.
nearby where you were.
All right,
There we
Tricky
go.
Bob.
It's not going to do anything without my
You
permission.
stay
though.
a bit back to the point where I can't hear you. If I can't hear you, then they can't hear you. I will use the owl. The owl will help me investigate
will you
weird rock
just?
man.
How are you going to do that?
Hank's asleep. It's an owl. It's just like it's like a buddy, isn't it?
No.
I whistle at
No.
the owl and see what's the owl do when I whistle at it.
It's got these
That's it.
feathers on its wings, right? And it goes.
I want to shoot that owl.
The equivalent thereof.
All right.
Can I do a survival check to see how far we are from the general ogre existence?
Well, you think that the cave is about half a mile away.
500 feet.
Okay.
We're pretty far. We're safe
Well,
enough.
maybe
I'm not.
I'll
We're safe. I'm not worried about the ogres. I'm more focused on the thing, the weird ass.
Okay.
Thing.
Well then, do we
You,
arrange for stealth, or can I just clink clank my way over there?
Clank over there.
Clink clank. Actually, let's do this. Let's go.
Let's see. Okay, let's walk
It's only
over.
like 7, 8.
Oh no.
Alright. Let's do this.
Right. And what order are you going in?
Me,
Oh
me,
boy.
Momo behind me, Tricky Bob behind Momo, and
Okay.
say maybe a 10-foot distance between us.
Each of you?
Yeah.
So Tricky Bob's essentially 20 feet
20
behind
feet
you?
behind me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you're stealthing though.
Stealthing. Yes.
And has Tricky Bob tried to stealth?
I'll
I
try.
would like Tricky Bob to try. I think we're all on edge. I think we should all try this stuff.
Do I have to I have disadvantage, eh?
Yes.
There we
Stealth
go.
check. Oh my god. Oh my god. What he fucking dies. Should probably beat me.
No, I will not, because I got 18 and a 4.
You almost beat me.
3.
Okay. As you approach the large mound, you get up to it. Tricky Bob, first of all, you see there are these big runes carved in the side of it, and you realize that it's definitely made of some sort of construction. It's not dwarven construction. It's far too irregular for that. Although it's very old, you think. You can determine that much just from looking at it. And as you're moving around it, you hear this.
Sounds like Hank.
Just Hank, don't worry about it. What's that? I got a few.
Coming from around the corner.
Oh boy.
Pity you don't have a ranger
wish I-
nearby who could do a survival check or a nature check.
I can do a survival check, but I wish I had like silence or something like that. That would really help me out.
I know. Our spells are not great, to be honest.
Pass without trace.
Yeah, I really need to.
Pass without trace is what you want.
Pass without trace. Oh no, I don't have that either. They obviously
alright,
haven't
yeah.
woken up yet.
We play the cards we dealt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Can I do a survival check on
Aha.
the situation?
Here it comes. All
You
right.
can make a
No
survival check.
problem
yeah.
solved.
I got a +4. 11.
Yeah,
really
I
helps
mean,
anything.
nothing really that you can see. You can no. Yeah, you can make
Happen.
a perception check. You can make another perception check if you like.
Alrighty, yeah.
Gimbal, you can make a perception check along with that.
Nice.
Oh, 7.
Yay! Sorry.
All
It's
right.
just so rare I get a good
What do you
roll.
get? 19.
19.
Okay. Gimbal, you can just smell the smell of faint burnt meat.
Is it enticing or is it
Smells like
gross? Like burnt hair and meat?
Hair and meat, yeah. Might even be goat leg.
Is this near the Rooney? Are we at the Rooney
so
thing?
you're literally up to the rune thing, up to the wall of this structure, right up close to it, like 5 feet away from it. And as you're going around it, looking at it, and investigating it, touching it, and what have you, you hear the snorting sound coming from around the corner, around the other side of it.
Okay. Did Tricky Bob notice it? I'm gonna turn around and look at Tricky Bob for a second.
She heard it, but she didn't smell it. She hasn't smelled anything.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm just going to point back to where we to the camp.
You guys
Can
gonna
I do
come
a
back?
quick Arcana check on the runes?
Yep, you can make an Arcana check. You can make a history check too if you want.
Ooh. Okay. Cool. History.
I got 18 on Arcana.
That
History is the same.
20.
Oh.
Way.
History.
Okay, the Arcana check, something about power. The history check will tell you that these are giant runes.
Oh.
Now that's significant.
From the Ostorian Empire, which existed prior to the elves coming to this world. And some shit about a dragon in there as well. If anyone wants to make a religion check, Tricky Bob,
That should be my jam.
We'll see about that.
Animal handling.
Yeah,
That's
probably
a-
won't be.
That's a solid 3.
3. Oh, wait, 2. Sorry.
That's me.
Yeah.
I got 20. Flaccid.
Nice, wow,
Pretty sure the
Blessed 20.
giants worship Gianto.
great. Okay, apparently the god Annum is involved here.
Annum.
And
The giant god, god of the giants, Annum. And you've heard of Annum because in a city called Hemath Tirith, the high elves capital, just south of the Banakaya, where you come from, apparently they have this coin called an Annum strike that they parade around once a year through the city at the Festival of the Wheel. And when they do this, they take out this huge coin, this giant coin that's the size of a fucking room, and they put it on the back of the cart and they trudge it around the whole city for everyone to see it. And then they lock it back up in the vault. So you've heard of this god Annum before. In fact, your calendars and the astrology of Sidariel, half of that stuff is named after the giant gods. And Annum is the all-father of the giants, supposedly the most powerful of the giant gods.
Can I do a check to see what's the coin usually made of and what town does that happen in?
You don't know what I'm talking about because you didn't.
That's
make
fair.
this
I
check.
didn't roll. Yeah, I rolled shit.
Once we get out of it, I can tell you, and then.
And
You
out of game, you
can-
will be familiar with that anyway because you're an elf.
Oh.
You guys want to come back to camp and consolidate some info?
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Should we
without-
do a stealth check again?
Whoa.
Being attacked.
Okay. Let's do.
What was that?
Do we just run? Yeah.
No. Let's.
You want to peek around the corner at all? I'm just going to go back to the camp.
See
If
what's
I
actually there.
I will peek around the corner. I will peek around the corner.
All right, you can make a perception check, Gimbal.
Oh, with my 12 stealth and perception
Yeah.
of. Perception's okay. 18.
Right, you see a campsite with two ogres. One is sleeping, the other one is not.
The other one is facing.
The other
Am
one
I-
is facing the trees with its back to the stone.
Okay.
And you're sort of side on to it. If it was to turn its head like from here to there, it would see you.
Okay, I'm gonna
that's-
quickly. I'm
well,
gonna quickly
that's
pull my
actually-
head away.
It's this way to you because you're coming around that way for it.
I quickly pull my head back, and yeah, and I'd like to think a pale face.
It's
With teeth
gnawing.
clenched?
It's this huge bald creature with big tusks chewing on a some sort of bone.
I'd like to. All right. Yeah. Tricky Bob. I'm gonna stare at you and just point back to the camp. And-
Okay.
Yep. Let's go.
You guys go running off.
Okay. Yep.
Tricky Bob, one last stealth check. Running off.
No.
Do I still get a disadvantage?
Yeah, you
Or
do.
Gimbal, you want to help?
I will help as
You
best
wanna
I
help?
can.
How do you help her?
Please.
Oh, that's a good
He
question.
picks up
Give me
her
1
feet
second.
as she's
Give me
walking.
one second. Okay, I run ahead of her
Mhm.
and I navigate
Okay.
the clearest path away from brush, sticks, anything that could
Make a
help
noise.
make her noise. Yeah, so I
Right.
find the
All right.
most level, well-traveled ground that I can for her.
All right, that will give her advantage.
Okay, 17.
Nice. Okay, you get back to the camp. Everybody's dead. No,
Okay.
I'm kidding.
All right. Well, I just whispered to Tricky Bob. Okay. My first instinct was to kick them all awake. Do we let them sleep a little longer, or those things? That
How
guy's awake.
How far are we from the ogres?
All right. Sorry,
200 feet.
200 feet.
That's
Not that
how many
much.
meters?
75 meters, something like that.
Nice.
Something like that. Just a guess.
61. Wow, that's very close. That's very
Yeah,
close. That's like
It's
next
not
door.
far away.
Okay. No, I kick them both. I kick them awake.
Quietly kick them, yeah.
Okay. No. Okay. Fine. I
the-
shake him.
the-
Tricky
The
Bob,
main
you've got
thing
Josiah.
is that you're being separated from them by this big stone,
Yeah.
which, to be fair, is probably 50 feet wide. So I guess you can add 50 feet to that 60, so it's 110 feet.
Oh, okay. Nah, I'm still shaking them awake. Guys, wake up. Wake up. Hank. All right. We found them. There's two. There's not 3 or 4.
You
There's 2.
bastard.
There's two ogres. Look, I just saved your life. Maybe.
How?
Maybe.
Mm,
You maybe save. What?
It's
How
awake.
do you maybe save someone's life?
Okay, all right,
You're
all right.
Ridiculous gimbal.
Theoretically.
He's having a really good
We
dream. but-
found well,
Man.
no time for that. Your owl flipped me off. Now,
I told him.
so okay. over and I point in the general direction. I'm not sure which actual east or whatever, whichever way it was. I point in the direction of them.
Yeah,
And say, okay,
northeast.
me and Tricky Bob have found a large weird rock, and behind that rock, not in the cave, but behind the rock, there's 2 ogres. And I don't know if that means there's more ogres in the cave or the rock. Now that I think about that, there's 2 ogres behind the rock.
Should probably check out the cave first.
Should we? I mean, they're right there.
I mean, I'm now quite scared what's in that cave.
I'm feeling a little more pensive at the moment. I'm feeling a little more because I'm a bit grumpy about being kicked awake by.
Does
some
anyone know the sleep
bastard
cycle of an
rogue
ogre?
ranger?
Well,
Right.
But I mean, if we got 2 isolated from everyone else right
I
there,
think-
should
I
we
think
go
we need
for
to take
them?
out
It'd
those
be
2.
easier.
If
I'd
that's
say take out the 2.
yes,
Mm.
yes.
I'd say, do we want to risk causing that much of a ruckus and possibly alerting any more other ogres nearby by killing the first 2
If
without
we
getting
strike,
more
if we
information?
if we strike in really, if we go really quick and we strike really quickly and hard, we can wipe out these 2 quickly, and then we deal with.
Do you really think we can do that much damage in that
Yes.
amount of time?
Would
Yes.
What's the story? They're both awake.
One's awake and
One's
chewing
One's
on
awake.
possibly Goliath's leg.
No.
Could we sneak up and kill one without waking it up?
No. I mean, I couldn't. You two might be able to. I certainly could not manage that. And Tricky Bob definitely could not.
Yeah, Gimbal,
No.
you've never seen a creature this big before.
No. Oh, that's right. Can I relay? How big are these things?
Fucking huge.
How okay. So
Like,
if
you've
you
seen-
how many
you've
how
seen-
many?
You've seen Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Do you remember the cave troll?
Yeah.
So maybe like 2.5
Oh.
times the size, but really like fat, like bulky.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3 or
Three.
4 times as tall as a person.
Okay.
So,
No,
like,
you could not sneak
In
up.
terms of the scale, the D&D scale, we're talking large.
They're large, yeah.
large.
They're large,
Right, okay.
giant creatures.
Right,
Mm.
cool. My
I'm
snake
sh-
can still get it large.
I'm sure you two could whoop one pretty badly if it was asleep and you got in on there, but I don't think we'd be able to take him out in one go. But if we
And
do
I
it
don't think we
quickly
can do
enough,
it quietly.
but we've still got 300 feet of distance between there and the
Mm.
cave. We've still got a distance to cover that. Even
But
if
we
we did
also
wake them
have
up, we could kill them and
A bit
retreat.
of time.
Well,
We've got a bit of time.
I propose murder. Ogre murder.
I mean, whatever we do is going to be next session anyway.
Mm.
Right.
I
Well,
would.
it depends. I mean, I'm happy to give this another 30 minutes if you guys want to.
Oh
How about
God.
another 2.5
Oh.
hours?
Yeah, no.
I might die.
Okay, so we should call it very soon then.
All right.
All right, we'll discuss our plan briefly, and then we'll call it, and then we'll deal with it next.
Okay.
session.
All right.
Mm.
All right.
Hank?
I'm in favor. I know I'm going to be outvoted, but I am in favor. of
Compel
taking out
me.
first.
What do you think is in the cave?
I think that the cave is quite large. It's away from us. Why would you have 2 ogres sleeping out, roughing it when there's a perfectly good cave nearby, unless they were a part of a group of some sort?
No, I've never encountered an
Hmm.
ogre in
That
my
actually-
time, but I've heard that they're not the smartest things.
True. But
And I like the outdoors. Caves are pretty horrible. I just hunted them. If you live in the cave, you deal with a lot of trouble.
my next
Besides-
compelling argument is that we're not under any time pressure at the moment, and it seems to me that the best thing we could do with the time that we have is to get as much information as possible. If there's nothing in the cave, or at least nothing that's pertinent to the mission at hand, cool, then we can move on from there and go and deal with these ogres at our leisure. We can watch them, we know where they are, we have the upper hand on them already.
All right, I'm compelled.
Okay.
I'm compelled.
Okay, I'm compelled. How do we want to do this? Because I'm a bit worried about Goliath.
I think
Given-
that
Oh.
They're still
I think
nearby.
that either
So
myself and Josiah,
you and
or
Josiah. I
myself
think
and
you and
Gimbal
Josiah.
should go and have a wee look see.
I think you and Josiah should go and have a look see sneakily.
Yeah.
In the
While
cave.
you and Gimbal and Tricky Bob, Gimbal and Tricky Bob,
And
maybe
Momo.
maybe you two could, and Momo, maybe you two could get a little closer to the ogres and just watch
No.
them.
No.
Watch them
No?
from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you watch them from here?
I mean, I can watch the
I
road
mean-
and where Goliath is from here.
Like
Not
70 meters
You can't
away.
you can't really see Goliath from where you are.
Oh shit. Okay.
You can't
I will
see
climb the
road.
tree and I will monitor things from up in the tree.
You're literally over, like, into a new valley from where you were
Mm.
on the road.
Okay.
It's quite
Mm.
far away.
Yeah.
All right, it's good.
All right.
You could hear a giant. I mean, an ogre take a step, right? I mean, they're big. They make like be a shudder.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
You've never seen it or heard it
Hmm.
do that, so you don't know.
Okay. I think we all go towards the cave together then.
You know, you know that from your position, if the ogres came out from behind the rock, you would definitely know about it.
Okay.
Well, Tricky Bob has used a spell slot, right?
Yeah, I woke her up.
Yeah, you woke us all up.
Yep, I did.
So what? I don't think we all need to go to the cave, especially considering Tricky Bob is not the sneakiest.
Mm.
So I'm thinking you and Tricky Bob stay back, get some
Mhm.
rest, recover
Mhm.
that one spell slot because it could be an advantage, while Josiah and I go and check out the cave. And just we're not going to go
real
in.
quick. Yeah, we'll
Just
do
a
a
real-
quick little recce.
Short little recce, and then bugger off back. We're super sneaky.
Mhm.
See what we find, and then depending on what we find in the cave, we go and deal to the two ogres.
And if anything goes wrong with either party, we need a signal.
Good idea. How
I have no signal.
how far away did you say it was, Russell?
About
The-
half-
the cave?
half a
Half a
mile.
How
Set
far
the
does somebody's
forest on fire.
voice carry?
It'd be
Nah,
hard to.
that's a bad idea anyway,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you'll
we
alert
won't-
everything in the area to your presence.
No signal.
Mm.
Nah. I don't think
100
signal will work.
meters.
You could. Does any of you guys have a? In fact, make a survival check, each of you.
Oh, net 20.
16.
Which is-
16.
What's my survival?
16.
You've heard of
22.
Just 20.
You've heard of companies of soldiers and rangers, for example, using mirrors to signal each other.
Oh,
Reflective objects, perhaps.
Okay. Use the reflection from my
My
shield.
sword.
Or
Oh, your
sword.
shield.
how
Okay, cool.
reflective. Yeah, all right.
We'll reflect things. If you see a reflection, something's in trouble. I mean, otherwise you won't see a reflection. But that means we're
Sounds good.
constantly looking for reflections.
I can send Hogsmoor back with a message. 'Cause
Okay,
you can, it's not that I just can't communicate with him.
you can
around
do
100
that,
meters.
and either myself or Tricky Bob will always be looking at the cave. One of us is looking at the cave, and one of us is looking at the trouble.
Sounds good.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, some of the point was that Tricky Bob could get his spell slot back.
I will.
It's
Momo
not bad.
will look at the cave, and I
I
will
would
look
recommend
at
getting the spell slot back.
Mhm. You go back to sleep, Tricky Bob.
Alrighty.
I've got this. Definitely. What can go wrong?
What could
Okay,
possibly go
okay.
wrong?
All right, cool. That's our plan.
Okay, cool. Plan. Excellent. Now, do you want to make any stealth checks now? Or do you want to just wait for the whole thing next
Wait
session?
for the whole shebang.
Let's wait
Do you
for the whole
reckon?
shebang next time. Yeah,
All right.
Okay.
All
I
right.
reckon so.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
It's a good
dying,
place to leave
literally.
it. Yeah,
No worries. Well, thank you
Goddamn.
guys.
All right. We'll
Have
see
a
you next
great
week then.
night.
Yeah.
another great session.
Oh, what did we want? Did we want to do did we want to, like, while we're here, did we want to do an actual, like, together session or not?
Yes,
Might be
I
nice
do.
if we can.
I can't do it. I know. I think we were talking about doing. How long are you in the country for, Gimble? Tim?
Well, end
Timble.
of August, I'll definitely be gone. I was thinking of taking the 23rd onwards to go to the South Island, have an actual holiday.
Okay, so
'Cause I
before the
hear that's
23rd, then.
Something
I
people
don't-
do holidays.
Are you
don't
planning to
think
keep
I'll-
playing after you head overseas?
I don't know if the time works. I mean, I want to. I don't know if the time works. So if you guys could swap to, because I mean, I never finish
Where are
work
you
at
from?
5.
New South Wales.
Australia, no, Brisbane, Queensland.
That's
And so
That's
it
2
would be-
hours,
it's a
right?
2-hour
3 or 2?
difference. 2,
Yeah, 2 and 3.
2,
Oh,
2-hour
if we
difference.
started
Just-
an hour later. At 8 for 6 for you.
8 is 6 for me. We could do that. That would work. Yeah,
I'd be- I'd-
that
I'd be
would
fi-
work.
I
It's
could
fine
make
for
that work.
me. I can do it.
Yeah.
It's just up to
Yeah, I
you
can do
guys to decide.
I can do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Mm.
All right, let's put it in the chat because I'm gonna go to sleep.
All right, you go to bed.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Right.
Have your long rest.
Keep it in
Thanks,
the chat. Oh,
Russell. Thanks,
just
guys.
before we one more thing before we leave.
Hmm.
I really just Josiah,
Yes.
James, I think that role playing in the chat is great as long as it's like a campfire setting or a hotel setting,
Yes.
something like that. You know,
Okay.
role.
The
Yeah.
hell are you two talking about?